Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba. What's going on, everyone? It is the King of the Restreams. You're just in time. We're about to get started. It is the Clash of Champions, second super show of our Friendlies Universe season. 2025 campaign. You know, we had a great one with Reckoning back in May. And here we are now, 3 months later. It's coming to the end of summer, which means, hey, you know what? Let's get fancy. Let's get hot. Let's do this, baby. Let's transition on over to see the King of the Restreams live in front of all of you, because this is the Clash of the Champions coming up. And I'm having a pretty good day, man. I'm very excited. We're going to see some outstanding matches. We're going to cover them real quick. There's a timer you can see. There it is. There's a timer over there. Oh, over there. Over there. Over there. Over there. Over there. Over there. We're going to see all the great action. We're going to cover the 4 matches that are on this card tonight. So we're going to kick things off. We're just going to go straight into them, man. We're going to roll them out. Bang, 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 bang. There'll be no promos, no pomp and circumstance, but we'll have some stats for you because, you know what? I got to give you a little something. This is a super show. We got to act like it, right? So we're going to kick things off with some fun matches, man. I'd like to give a big shout out to my boy Tyler once again. Look at this cool background. The king here. Look at Hot Clash of Champions. That's thanks to Deck. Deck doing all the great graphic design work. And you're about to see exactly what she did, because this is plain and simple, baby. The Clash of Champions. Let's get right into it. Let's go see what's cooking, dog, man. What's our first matchup, King? What's the first matchup? Let's go quickly take a look, because here it is. Plain and simple. We're going to start things off first with the Phenoms Championship. It's a rematch from last year, where we had at our Revolution show, these two faced off for a chance at the Twitch TV title, which saw my man Doozy K take off and get a chance to fight for that purple belt and add his name to the list of the greats that have carried that along. And actually the last Twitch TV champion, because he is relinquishing the belt for a chance to get at this Phenoms one. Now, for those of you wondering, well, hey, where the hell's AV Geek? That was our champion. What happened to her? Well, unfortunately, AV has decided to forfeit the title, has decided that right now is not a good time to battle for this, has relinquished the belt, said she'll come back for it again another day, don't you worry, or even move up to the heavyweights where she might belong. But for right now, she says good luck to both of these players, because they're both my faves for 2025. The Shadow Knight, killing it strong, great performance at CTWC, making that gold top 48 bracket. Doozy K, as mentioned, undefeated as a Twitch TV champion in title defenses all of 2025 after winning the belt. Now he'll relinquish it and try to move up to the Phenoms with that 2 million PB and bigger sights down the road, maybe, for a big gold belt. We'll see how that goes. It's going to be friggin' electric. And right after that, we're going to find out who will be the new Twitch TV champion, as 20Dan03 and Toka, a rivalry being built now, is absolutely going to be sizzling hot, battling it out for the tag team championships. And you know what? I forgot. That's an old slide. I'm supposed to put a new one in there. Dan, I'll fix that. I'll fix that in post for you. I have a corrected slide, and I messed it up. I put the old one in. Damn it. I forgot. I'll fix it before the match. Don't you worry. But these two are going to go at it big time. They will go at it big time. Yeah, Angry Bear. I was in a rush. Sorry. So I'm stoked, man. This is going to be a lot of fun. And again, this is a rivalry that's built up, and we're going to talk about that throughout the evening with that match. But we're going to talk about this one too. Somalian Captain gets another shot. He had one 2 years ago at the Clash of Champions, taking on Dan V. Now he's going to try his luck against another UK, the longest reigning, defending Friendlies champion over 600 days. Absolutely the best in the universe. Sam Vaughn will be here tonight. He's going to defend the big gold belt. Somalian just getting back into CTL Division 1. He's looking to maybe steal it. He almost did it to Dan 2 years ago. Can he try to do it against the greatest of all time in the Friendlies universe? You'll have to find out. And our main event, one that Burb is kicking himself in the booty because he loves his upstarts. Your main event tonight will be Molendo getting his first ever chance at a title against the 2-time defending upstart champion, perhaps one of the greats now in that division, Remy, the son of Marty. They're going to be ready to party in March Gonna look to see if he can stay up all night in celebration of Remy defending, but Morlando gonna look to try to take it back and bring it home to the US of A. We'll see what happens, but it all goes down tonight. That's it, baby. That is Clash of Champions. We're gonna kick it off. Again, no fun promos, none of that stuff. It's all good. Don't you worry. We're gonna still be entertaining AF regardless, folks. That's just how it's gonna be. Because that's what I do. I'm an entertaining SOB. So let's go right on in. Players should be getting their final warm-ups, and King's gonna double check and see how they're doing. Getting a little refresh on the Shadow Knight. We are live and ready to go, and we're gonna get a refresh on my man Doozy K, who's in the chat. And it says I cannot view your video. There's a video error. Oh, maybe did I have the right? Do I have the right one? Giga Doozy K. It is correct. I have it correct. So why is it not? Well, that's clear. Let's try this. Refresh this. Nope. It is not working. Check your stream, bro. Let me know, because it's not working for me. It's not working. So while you try to figure that out, if you're live and it's not working, I'm going to have to figure something else out. But while we do that, folks, let's take a look. We got some online facts courtesy of our friend Tyler, who was able to figure it out. Where the hell is it? I could have sworn I paid attention. Oh, here it is. I forgot. They're on their own thing. There it is. Here we go. And we're going to turn that off because we're done with that. That was for the open. All right. So, folks, here's the situation. It is a matchup of two Fave Fivers. Personal best on the left, Doozy K, 2.2 million score. Got that in a Friendlies match that we saw live here in a tag team battle. Teaming with Giovanni. Gone by Giogi these days. Match record is 17-14. Has a very low match record, but because it's very selective of where he's playing. This does not include Friendlies matches where Doozy K has certainly played more matches to add to that total overall. But they don't really show them on the leaderboards anymore. Bastards. Head-to-head, they have played once before, and it is a 1-0 victory for Doozy K, but that was also in CTM. Overall, they have played twice, because I mentioned they did play at Revolution, so Doozy is 2-0 over Shadow Knight, and notable achievement is that Doozy is the C-Tech champion. Over on the right, our friend Mr. Shadow Knight, 1.675, just over the rollover threshold. It's a 58-45 overall record, again, not including the Friendlies, and is 0-2 against Doozy. The top 48 of CTWC, as I had mentioned, is quite a notable achievement. It is something that certainly many people strive to get, and has lucked out there. So well done. Are we supposed to be able to hear him? Are you not hearing me? You should be. I have voice, yes? YouTube is saying, are we supposed to be able to hear him? Yep. That's what I do, Tyler. Yeah, we hear you. I don't know what YouTube's talking about. Clockspin, put your volume on. Silly goose. All right. So there you go, folks. We're about to get underway. We can start this up. And let's see. We're going to fix a cam. I don't know. It's not showing live for me on here. Volume works here too. Thank you, Tyler. Let's try this again. If for some reason it's not working here, let me see. I'm gonna try something. Maybe I messed something up here. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna paste it here. So that works. I get double shadows, so that works. So now let's see. Why are we not getting you? Did I type something wrong? Giga Doozy K. That's supposed to be you. And your stream doesn't come up. It doesn't work. I type it. It don't work. What the hell? What the hell, man? Let me go see. Let's see. Are you live? I'm pretty sure I follow you, don't I? I'm not following you? Why not? Giga Doozy K. Videos. It says you're not live. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't. Let's see. Now it says, I think you're live now. Let's try it again. Will it work? No, it's not working. I'm getting a black screen on Twitch too. Crash out is imminent. Yeah, man. It's just broke. Yeah. It's brokerage. It no working, man. Your Twitch no working, man. The volume is just low. Maybe you gotta increase the volume on your YouTube. But anyway, well, last time I didn't do anything, it just started working. Yeah, bro. I don't know. It no working, man. No, what we need to do is I need to work on fixing our friend Shadow Knight here. Here we go. We need the names. Forgot the names. Although it should be reversed. I'll fix that. We'll fix that now. King, you're messing everything up, bro. You're messing up Tyler's beautiful layout. Shadow Knight. Right, there you go. So you're supposed to be... There you go. Shadow on the right. Even though the slide has got it different, but that's fine. And then Giga Doozy K. Let's try it. Still nothing. What is he saying here? Stream on Discord to someone, then have them stream for you. Roar, roar. What we could do, there is a solution. There is a solution. Doozy, if you want, you can send me. You can send me an NTC link with your. If you go to Nestor's Champs and you use your own single player layout, there is a Stencil Plus layout that I believe works perfectly. So that should be good, and hopefully that fits Tyler's scene. No, it's all right, Tyler. It was easier for me to just change it, right? But that's my bad. That's my bad. I brain farted. I always forget that the slide should match accordingly, but when you send me the stuff, I totally was not paying attention. I was just like, oh yeah, that looks good. So we are waiting, trying to hope that Doozy K can result. Doozy, restart your OBS, man. Maybe that'll help. You know what? Try resetting your stream key. Try resetting the stream key, bro. That might help. Sometimes a restream key reset does wonders. Because we are dead. How to do that? Oh, well, it's a whole process. Why are people pinging me now? The YouTube link in the announcement doesn't work. Does it? Let me see. Oh, maybe because I see why. Thank you, Sonny. Appreciate it. I see what I did wrong. Why did I do that? Oh, that's so stupid. How did I not catch that the other night too? What a dumbass. There we go. That should work now. Thank you, Sonny. Always coming through. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube audio is messed up over there. That sounds weird. Maybe it's a YouTube problem. Yep. Hello, Chen. Good evening to you. I'm gonna look to see if Doozy can get it together here. Shadow looking pretty nice right now with this run. Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, Tyler's gonna be a hero. Tyler's gonna be a hero and take a Discord stream. Man, Tyler, you are an MVP all of a sudden, man. That's amazing. Imagine Twitch not working in Poland. That's crazy, bro. Whoop whoop. Tetris stream, yeah, when we get it working. Crazy how this is happening. There are other ways. Yes, Sonny had mentioned that there are other variations to that. We could also, I mentioned the NTC potential that could have been there. There's also the they used to, I don't know if it still is, but there's an option where you can have like a stream together type thing. They got this like knock nonsense now, but there was a time where you can have people stream offline and they would just stream into your own Twitch channel without having them go live. It was cool. We did that with the Sharky and Harry Hong match a couple of years ago. It's a little scuffed, but you know, it still worked out well. That was giving them live, real-time information through Twitch instead of getting the 7-second delays or whatever it causes. All right, so Tyler's gonna be a hero. He's gonna go in a Discord call, take that with Doozy. Doozy will do the gameplay there. Tyler's gonna figure out how to set it up into his Twitch, and then we'll restream it from Tyler's account, and then we'll play the friggin' match. We'll make it happen. So why don't you have a co-coms? Did Burb finally escape your restream dungeon? Yes, he did. Burb did escape, and he decided to head out and spend this holiday weekend. We got, as you'd call it, Sonny over there, got a bank holiday. We got a bank holidays. Live on Tetris, let's go. It works. How about them shenanigans? It frickin' works. Crazy, bro. Tyler's fixing up the camera on his end because he's a stud. We got a big face. Whoa, that face is huge. But we have something cooking. Tyler got it done. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Tyler. All right, all good. All right, so I got to do my magic now. And we're going to fix up this camera. We're gonna fix up this camera real nice, baby. Yeah. We're gonna get big. We're gonna get big cams, bro. We're gonna get some big cams, dude. Oh my god, can't grab this. Why is that cut off like that? That's so weird. Whoa! I'll just work like that, I guess. We'll fix up the shadows camera, and I think we're just about set, folks. I think we're just about set. I'll give players a seed momentarily. Thank you, Tyler. Adjustments are being made. There you go. Do that. It worked good. Yeah, it did. No, you're fine, Tyler. All right, so I think we're ready to go, folks. Warm-ups are done. It is game time. Thank you for the raid, this and that. Party of 7, you're just in time. We got this working. We got things fixed. Yeah, kick streaming. Oh my god. Well, we're live over there too, so you know the world is watching. Some audience saying he needs SV to fall asleep mid-set too. All right, so this is it, baby. Now we're ready to go. Players got to enter in their seat. This is a best of 5. It is the Clash of Champions number 5. The Phenoms Championship is at stake. One of these two will be the new Phenoms Champion. Lead them into the next half of this year. Let's go. It's counted down time in 3, 2, 1. Tetris Clash of Champions is underway. Beautiful. I did it, Tyler. I did it. We're doing it, Tyler. We're doing it. We're doing it, man. It's great. We're underway, baby. It's time. So we'll have a brand new Phenoms champion. Again, as mentioned, for those that are just joining now. Unfortunately, AV Geek has decided to relinquish the title. Has decided that now's not the time to try to defend and uphold her belt. She'd like to focus on a few other things right now in life, and certainly wish her the best, and maybe we'll see her back for more classic Tetris in the Friendlies universe. Might see more DAS coming, to be honest. So can't wait for that. But we got 2 outstanding players. These 2 were going to be in the mix the whole time anyway. So I'm excited to see what they can do. These 2 are part of my Fave 5 of 2025. Along with the likes of Zrobot, Weston. Those 2 also on the list. And Doc Pie. Who could forget about Doc Pie? Doc, phenomenal run in the silver. Made it all the way to the final 4 before losing to eventual champion Tyler, who had the run of a lifetime. Early days on this one, 103 to 147. You can see the line count right under there. There's a very nice, again, thinking of Tyler, beautiful layout. He went very well with the gold theme that we were looking for. It's giving you that big number so you can see that on the mobile very easily. Line count looking stupendous, and the next box and the levels, excellent. Everybody perfectly on stencil. We're looking great. Tyler, my man, tendies. For days, bro. We'll get you tendies for days. Tetris Reduzi will go to 177. Shadow at 194. And a Tetris for the Shadow Knight to go to 217. So yeah, King is going to be solo on comms, as Sonny was mentioning before. Burb is away this weekend. Ian also unavailable this weekend. Both are away for the Labor Day holiday we have here in the States coming up. A bank holiday, Sonny. They call it a bank holiday over there. But we do have a Labor Day weekend, so it's a long 3-day weekend for many Americans. Not for the King. King's got to go to work on Monday because he's a jabroni. But certainly a good opportunity for people to get away and have a good time, and it kind of fits here to try to get this Super Show in right before that. A lot of Tetris action going on this weekend. CTL quarterfinal championships are happening. Gotta tell Mr. Sam Vaughn, I haven't had a chance to message him, but the new update. Samuel, if you're watching right now, we will play tomorrow. I'm sorry that I had to request to make the change because that was the original plan, but now things have been foobarred and everything's changing. So we're going to keep with the same original plan, Samuel. So if you're listening, I'll get to you later when it's game time if you're not here right now, but we'll remind you. It will be CTL tomorrow as scheduled, 3 p.m. Eastern, 1900 UTC around the world. The rematch with Pixelandy, that should be a friggin' banger again. Squares, man. Wow. Does he handling like a champ, 305 to Shadow's 410, so you can see Shadow really in a groove right now. Wants to exact this revenge. 0-2 lifetime. Lost in the CTM Futures final to Doozy. And then lost in the Revolution Super Show of 2024 back in December, where that was an opportunity at a Twitch TV championship. Doozy went on to win the championship a month or two later and was the current Twitch TV champion, but has officially relinquished the belt for this opportunity to play in the Phenoms Championship. 505 for Shadow, 381 for Doozy, so still over 100,000 points the difference. Shadow, superb playing right now. Easily looking for a 600K. But with 10 lines left to go, see if we can make it fit. Liberty Weekend sounds a lot better than our bank holiday chat. Liberty Weekend. Oh, they call it Labor Day here, where it's essentially supposed to be a day off for hard-working Americans that they can spend the weekend home. This is kind of they can consider the end of summer. 576 transition, just shy of the 600K for the Shadow Knight. 451 for Doozy, trying to open up that right side. Has 6 lines left to go, so obviously there will be a bit of a delay because of the Discord and then the upload onto the Twitch. Thank you again to Tyler for rescuing the day. 500,000 to 628. Ooh, almost a roller misrotation there for Shadow. That was getting a little spicy. Akibar to get Tetris ready for Shadow. Doozy on level 19. 524. Tetris to keep it to about 120,000 points the difference, but 125 if you look at it. Shadow was looking for some teas maybe to come and help, but teas come a bit late. Nonetheless, board under control, and now is Tetris ready. Longbar, Begarang, Tetris, Shadow, 718 on 22. Feeling it right now. Wants to get out to a good start against a potential rival in Doozy. Staying up late over in Poland. 6-hour time difference. It is about 1 a.m. over there. But it's a Friday night. He always said, F it. Friday nights are for fun and Tetris. Give me the fights, King. I'm ready. And he certainly would love to go to bed knowing that he could be the silver champion. But Shadow not letting up. 790 to 668. 669 now. Hey now. Tetris 697 for Doozy. 791. Shadow gets a Tetris to go to 821. The scores are going to be flying. What does he with that? Yap! Like, look like he's trying to bite somebody. Yap! Trying to take a bite out of the Shadow Knight. A 27 to 788. As Tyler and Sonny talk about sabotage. It's crazy. Try not to sabotage the king. Doozy saying, I'm the man, baby. I'm going to do this. Don't you worry. I'm going to make this work. Watch my 29 play when we get there because it's 824 to 898. Doozy has absolutely started to cut into that lead. Is now within about 70,000 points. Tetris 861 to 898. Shadow. Oh, that's no good. That's no good. Couldn't sneak in the bar because it's 3 high. And that's going to be a top out. Oh, Shadow with a tremendous game. It's all falling apart. Doozy, you need 900k, and that Tetris will do it. 927 for Doozy. Oh my word, was down 120,000 points the majority of the game as they were going back and forth. A slowdown on 25, and you can see a long bar dependency that could not get filled at the proper time for Shadow. We are approaching the max out. There it is, A with 60 pushdown points. And that will be the end of game number 1. So let's get a score here for the Doozy K. Thank you, Tyler. That is a beautiful way to do the scores. Doozy barking. Woo! That's the Doozy bark. I received my cartridge today. Hope I find some time this weekend to try it out on the Retron 1 AV. That sounds awesome. Have fun with that summer. That way you can start playing competitive Tetris here on the Friendlies. I can't wait for it. It was not a bark. It was a nyam. And we're going to nom our way into game number 2. 3, 2, 1. Tetris Shadow already. Let's go. Ain't fooling around. So that first game, man, had it. Looking real crisp. Missed the tuck here of the T. Burns away a triple just so we can clean that up. And unfortunate. That's just, you know, those are the ways you hate to see a game end. Like it did there, where Shadow was just on fire for level 18. A 576 transition, was looking nice and sharp on the 19 play. And then somewhere around level 25 is where things started to kind of unfold. And then when we got to 26, that long bar dependency was just brewing, aching to be filled, but no bars supplied by the game. Oh, what a shock, right? And that spelled a disaster. The misdrop of an L piece was the dagger. And it ended up being in a spot where it was not high enough for Shadow to kind of like Vitz in. It was a 3 high, not a 4. And that spelled doom as Doozy leans into the camera ready to bark at Tyler. It was not a bark! I don't know if Tyler has the Discord on with volume. That could be. It was not a bark! Tyler, it was not a bark. Well, Summer, you know what? Maybe, you know, once you feel comfortable and you're ready to play, we can get you and Joe to play a match. Good old Just Joe. His best score on Friendlies is 23,000 points. So I think we can do that. We can do something like that, no problem. Come on. We've seen Joe play a number of people, just having fun. That's all it's all about. Let's have some fun. But for these players right here, the fun kind of is on hold right now. Oh man, beautiful plays from Doozy to get out of that. And you saw his reactions like, yeah, ooh, I'm the man, baby. Absolutely the stud of this stable for 2025's group. It's like the golden centerpiece. Each year King has a golden centerpiece of those Fave 5s. And Doozy's the man right there. Although, you know, not for nothing. Zero started to make a case that maybe he should be the centerpiece. Zero has been on a tear. King's Fave 5er for this year. King jumped on that bandwagon real quick, you know. I had to do it. Because if I waited too long, then forget about it. So King was on that bandwagon. Woo! So we pretty much got out of Portland that year. A howl bark combo now. Ow! Maybe Summer can do 23k. All right, so when you're ready, Summer, when you're ready, you got settled in, you feel comfortable to play. Let's get you and Joe in a first to 50k. It'll be the only match we have for the night. First to 50K. We'll take all 4 hours to get there. Oh, we tease. 305 for Dizzy, 408 for Shadow. So nearly a repeat of game number 1 where Shadow got off to a great start. Got a nice big lead. It's all going to matter on what we can do as far as the 19 play, as we saw that Shadow had the problems later in 19 speed, and Dizzy was just fine. I'd like to thank everyone for joining. We're all over the world. We're here, obviously, on Twitch. We're on YouTube. So hello to our YouTubers out there, like Clobin, who was having audio issues before. Sonny was hanging out over there, but then realized, oh, YouTube, not chatting too much. I'm going to go hang out with my friends on Twitch. We got Kick, Facebook, X as well. So thank you all, whatever platform you're watching. Thank you, as this is the Clash of Champions. Join the Discord if you want to be a part of the Friendlies universe. tinyurl.com/TetrisFriendlies. Music you're listening to, thanks to the artistic stylings of our friend Mr. Carl Casey at Whitebat Audio. You can visit whitebataudio.com for more information. And you're listening to the King right now, and I will have a co-commentator later this evening when we get to our main event. Because if you've been living under a rock, I made an announcement that there will be another host for the Friday Night Fights. King can't host every week like he used to. He's getting old. Commitments are a real thing. Nice vits for Dizzy. And they're near 600K this time. Better transition for Shadow than the first game. Dizzy, pretty much again, like I said, this is a repeat of the last one. It goes to 475. It's actually less than transition he had in game number 1. So we'll see how we cook. Shadow going to try to stay focused. A little bit of a misrotation, it looks like, from Dizzy. But good burning. Starting to solve this equation. Tetris. Dizzy 531. Shadow 683. Shadow looking to try to just fix up that left side. Horizontal T for the burn. This is Dizzy's chance to start making the comeback like he did in the last one. Kind of just sneakily snuck in and got closer and closer and was able to do the easy chase down once Shadow had topped out. I've got a column 9 well open. No bar in sight yet for Dizzy. Double into the Tetris to transfer the well appropriately. Dizzy screen checking to see 594 to 753 is the score. So again, strong lead for Shadow. But the question is, can he be able to hold it, unlike the last game? $795 to 661, 130,000, 136,000 point. Now increase that to 827 to 661. As the Tetrises are worth over 30,000 points. The higher we start going. Another Tetris for Shadow, 859. Now this is where level 25 is where we started getting into some trouble. So we'll see if Shadow can avoid the issues. Right now, off to a good start on 26. 894 to 757. Tetris again, 927 for Shadow. Crisp now. Unfazed after that unfortunate game 1 ending. Tetris, 967 to 858 again. Dizzy starting to creep in a little bit. Just almost 100,000 points behind, but Tetris for Shadow again. Gonna put Shadow in a good position. Has the max out already, and another Tetris with one more able to go before we change over to 29. This is where it's gonna be key to see if Shadow can add on some points, because we know Doozy, we've seen it here on this channel. We've seen it on the Friday Night Fights. Can play 29. And this is Friendlies, which means no line cap. Players can go as long as they can. As long as they must. Colors, if you can. Just settle it if needed. And you can see for right now, Shadow is trying to play a little bit low, but the sequence not kind of helping. Doozy very low on the board. Just wants to see if Shadow can survive the early stages of 39 before I need to start turning on the jets. It'll be a triple only for Doozy. He has the max out now, A09 to B20. So 100,000 points is the difference at the moment. And here's Doozy looking to try to get that touches. Woo, Shadow's got problems now. Can't open it up. We're done at B22. So Doozy, the rope-a-dope, could be working. B23, B23. That's a 1.123 is what you'll need if you want to take game number 2 and the big 2-0 advantage. So B23. B23. And the score is on Shadow's board anyway. The 1122160 is the second best score for Shadow tonight. Got 1.6. Who knows what that got? So again, B23. The champ is here. The heavyweight champion, Mr. Sam Vaughn Samuel, while we're watching this chase down occur. Update for tomorrow, CTL will happen. We're going to do CTL tomorrow, sir. After speaking with the Wars guys and everything else, that they figured it out. They're going to do their Battle Royale on Sunday, so Andy will not be available, which means we got to do it Saturday as planned. And as planned, Doozy has chased it down. The B23 was already achieved. We're at B87, which means we are good for game number 2. And Doozy will take a 2-0 lead. And has the sights on the silver belt, perhaps, in his grasp. GG's. And congratulations, Gilded Lizard, apparently finally getting that 600K. Wow. Well done. Congrats to Gilded Lizard. That is a big milestone. That one is right up there with the 500K. That's once you hit that 600K threshold, that's how you know, okay, we can start getting there. That 19 play is what we need to work on next. You got to go to Buko Bootcamp then. Friendlies Championship or 5 Labubus. I don't even know what that is, but we're heading there, Mr. Doozy K. We are heading there certainly soon. We could see something very special before the year is over. I re-rolled the seed by accident, no problem. Bruh. So the seed is, let's see, we did C9, D0, or DA, excuse me, DA, EB, yes, E, correct. The one that Shadow has here. That is the seed. EB, BC, 08, EB, BC, 08. Buko Bootcamp, yeah, Mari, that Buko Bootcamp is huge. Buko Bootcamp is what you need to excel in level 19 play. And we're about to excel into this game number 3. Shadow must win to keep the match going, or we'll have a new Phenoms champion. We started off in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. L and the T are the opening pieces for Shadow. L and the T are the opening pieces for Doozy, which means the sequence is correct. We are underway. Game number 3. The ball is in Doozy's court. He's got all the chips. He can wrap it up with this final game and go to bed happy, because it is now 1:30 in the morning in Poland, where he is from. For Shadow, it's probably about dinner time, 7:27 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. You'll see Shadow next live at the CTWC Northeast Regional out of Hartford, Connecticut. That'll be happening in a few weeks, and yours truly will be there. Nice job by Shadow to get that minor dig. I wouldn't call it minor, that was kind of a lofty dig, I guess we could say, because that certainly is looking a bit spicy. Good square timing for once, right? Lombard Cummins, and there's a Tetris. 67,000 for Shadow, off to a little bit of a slow start here. Another Tetris to go to 90,000. Doozy with the lead for the first time, as far as 18 play is concerned. 139 for him, but now he's going to get a slowdown with some misdrops and the piece sequence that's coming in, not conducive to the board he's built. Great rolls from Doozy, though. This is the next big player, man. Doozy absolutely could be a major player in the world of classic Tetris, and chances are probably, I'm kind of assuming here, but might be going to the CTWC Polish Championships that's happening next weekend. He might be there. I don't know if he's confirmed or whatnot, but it's an absolute possibility that you're going to see him. He's got, yeah, he's nodding. Is it? I'm going to be there, bruh. I'm going to win the damn thing. I'm going to be Poland's greatest champion. Tyler, we're going to have to add that to the notable achievements for the next Super Shows after, right? That Doozy's involved. Polish champion. I don't recall if Doozy won last year. I don't remember if they had one last year. There's a bit of turmoil that goes on in that Polish community there. But it sounds like they're starting to find their way again, and we're very happy. Well, you'll see the Polish Championship Euro. It'll be at Euro Friendly Times next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, September 6th and 7th. Or as you would say, the 6th and 7th of September. No, I think you did it. You did it fine, Tyler. I think that's fine. Like, I used to get kind of cheeky with some of that stuff, but these days, yeah, I don't know anything anymore. Pog faces. There's the thumbnail faces from Doozy. But Shadow All Business has retaken the lead at 335 to Doozy's 293. We are approaching the Joey Parker turn. 100 lines are nearing. That Frontier Airlines has no Wi-Fi. Tyler is cooked. Sorry, bro. Martz is here. Oh, congratulations on the big win you got. You know, the 600K. She is a good one, man. You know, I remember my first target 600K because, you know, I don't think I've ever seen a 600K ever since then. I don't remember the last time I get 600. I don't even remember the last time I got 700 except for the transition game that nobody ever saw. Here we are, Super Show. We're making Mart's commentary. Okay, gotta keep it together, man. These are more professional episodes. Gotta keep it together. Shadow going for what almost looked like a dirty, super dirty situation, but Opted against going that route. With 2 lines left to go, we will Tetris in to go to 506. That's the transition. So certainly the lowest transition for Shadow tonight, but maybe that could be telling. Jersey will transition now at 504. So they were neck and neck at transitions. 503 to 504. So that means pace-wise, they're pretty much on par with each other. Because Disney's going to be back a few lines with the somewhat Discord delay that we're going to have thanks to Tyler restreaming this. And this is a slight drought. Nicely done by Shadow to curtail that drought. And there's a Tetris. 585 for Shadow, 544 for Dizzy. Dizzy now incurring that same situation. That's clearing everything down. So again, everything riding on this one. Shadow must win to keep the match going. Otherwise, Dizzy will be the new Phenoms champion. He's had his sights set on this prize for quite some time. Nice job by Shadow to manage that board very well. Ooh, a little bit of a long bar misflip perhaps for Doozy. I don't think that's intentional at all. I think the long bar flat could have worked there. He opted not to go with that. Cannot get the long bar into the channel that it needed to go in because it's blocked. This is a high level dig right now for Doozy at 568. He's behind the score, so Shadow looking to pour on the points in case Doozy can figure a way out, but this is Burn City Burn for Doozy, level 24 now. And just continues to try to dig out of this. This is tremendous. But opportunity for Shadow to continue to punish. 739 for Shadow, 587 for Doozy. But Shadow knows that's not going to be enough. He needs more points. Needs RNG to slam Doozy, which it's kind of doing right now. Oh my word, Doozy, these rolls are friggin' incredible. Oh, what a dirty triple for Doozy. How is this man living? Wanted the L, finally that L. He had double J scum. Trying to open up a center well. And here it comes. Oh my god, Doozy! How? He's scratching his head. He's like, I don't even know how I did this. How? Already shift of a piece there. 657 to 821. Shadow 8 lines away before the transition of 29 speed occurs. And we're going to get right into it at 892. So certainly not the highest of scoring games, but players have done well to stay alive and manage through, especially Dizzy, who is down 230,000 points. But again, no line cap, so Shadow's going to have to be thinking about that. Try to avoid the aggression because it's not going to be level 39 to save anybody. And we got misdrops going on for Shadow with a hangering. And that'll do it. 915 is the final score. So Doozy knows what he's got to do. We need less than 200,000 points. RB goes hard. That's young slang right there. RB. RBs. So as Dan V prays for Doozy to get this chase down done, Shadow, all he can do is just sit and watch. There's not much else. And Doozy's going to put on the line out clinic. Arby's, yeah, Arby's is alright. I'm not a big fan. I do like their jalapeno poppers. And, yeah, I think I like the mozzarella sticks too. Everything else is, man, they used to have, I don't think they have it anymore, but they used to have a like a pizza slider where it was just pepperoni and marinara sauce together. It was the cheapest piece of crap as far as like what value you get for it, but I enjoyed it. Using the jaw to move the pieces. Loving it, yeah. Our champion is here tonight. We're now less than 100,000 points away. We're on level 37. Tetris to get us to 868. One Tetris and change should do it. There's the change. There's a triple to add some more, and that was good enough. Because at 920, Doozy K has sealed the deal. 3 games done, 3 games won. He will be your new Phenoms champion. Congratulations to Doozy K. Get your 3rd point in. And Shadow Man, you played terrific. Level 18, the first 2 games were impeccable. Good comeback in game number 2 with that 19 play after the unfortunate tap out on the game number 1. And over here, it was a grinding game, man. This one was not an easy game. You persevered and you did well, man. So be proud of yourself. This ain't the end of your run, not by a long shot, buddy. And I'm sure we'll be seeing you again trying for that silver belt. He's going to be a star indeed, said the champion, and that could be a little foreshadowing down the road. Congratulations, Doozy. Let's ring the bell for you. He's so happy. Bro is the stud of the stable, you know it. And did he just go offline to some bitch? No. Tyler, tell him to get his ass back on. What has he done? No, Tyler, what have you done? What are you doing, Tyler? Gotta go to the winner's scene you built, you son of a bitch. What is happening? What is happening? No! What are we doing? Oh my god. Now you're just gonna get Tyler. You're just gonna get Tyler there. Oh my god. Well. Tyler is the new Phenoms champion. Congratulations, Tyler. You're the best. You're the best in the world. Oh my god. I can't even click on check this last video. Oh my god. Alright, I'll refresh it. There he is with a huge friggin' head there. Tyler, what is up with this camera, man? Do I need to fix it? Alright, he's fixing it. There he is, all smiles there. There's your new Phenoms champion. I gotta do it the right way. Your winner is a new Phenoms champion, Doozy K. Congratulations, Doozy. Well done, man. Very proud of you. You are the stud of the stable for 2025. Pog faces galore. Now you may go to bed, man. It is coming up on 2 a.m. in Poland, almost 1 a.m. for the Brits, which means they got 2 Brits waiting. They want to get this going, so we're going to move it along. Congratulations, Doozy. Wear that silver belt proud. GG's. Almost got away. Almost got away with it. Alright. Well, there you go, folks. That is the end of our first match. Well done to both players again. I love that matchup between Doozy and Shadow. That is a rivalry starting to build. I love it. And Tyler would like to challenge for the title. He can. You can challenge for the title. You're in the top 5, I think. Maybe next week for Colin's debut, right? Maybe for Colin's debut we can do that. Because, folks, we are going to get set for a next matchup. But before we do that, the hell is it? Now, let me advertise this first. I'll advertise this first. Because I talked about this quite a bit, but yes, it is happening. The Unfriendlies final episode is coming. We announced it earlier this week on Burb Show, and it's going to be happening. It's a Jonas Cup fundraiser for our friend Martz. We're going to try to get Martz out to Jonas Cup in Portland, Oregon. He'd love to take his whole entire family out and give their hand at trying to play in the Jonas Cup. Top 48 making the bracket. Can his son Remy maybe make the bracket? We'll see, you know. But he needs help. He needs help to get out there. And I really want him to be there. We love Martz. He's been a great hand. He's been a huge supporter of the classic Tetris scene forever. He's given, you know, probably thousands of dollars of his own money to support players and restreamers and, you know, holding events like he did in Montreal last year with K9. I mean, this man has done so much. We got to give back to him. He just wants to go to Jonas Cup at least one time so he can at least experience it with his family like he did when he went to CTWC in 2022. We got to have Martz there, man. We need him. Help him. Originally, this was scheduled for this coming Sunday, August the 31st, but we got a lot of Tetris going on, and I did not want that to take away from the opportunity of Martz getting his recognition. So we've moved it to Sunday, September the 7th. Which also will be KC Retro DAS tournament going on, but don't you worry about that. We'll be starting just around where they're going to be sort of wrapping up, so that way you can watch KC and then you come jump over and support Martz. So check out Unfriendlies. It is the nasty friendly show that you need to make sure this is rated R, NC-17. It is nasty. When King, Martz, and Jeff get together, it is going to be appalling and nasty. If you thought Tony Hinchcliffe was an evil man, well, wait till you hear King when he starts drinking and cussing out people. I'm going to be canceled by the end of the show. We'll see. So that will be next year, my friend. Next year. I mean, not next year. Next week. Next week. That'll be happening next week. But what will be happening next is our next one coming up. Let's go on over it. Whoops. Yeah, here it is. Oh, wait. I promised Dan. Dan, I'm sorry. I promised you. Hold on a second. Kane's gonna do good on his promise. Hold on. Hold the phone. Give me 1 second, Dan. I promised. I said I was gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it right now. Folks, we're doing live editing of stuff that should have been done properly before, but King flubbed it. So I need to fix it properly. Yes, replace it. There we go. That's what I was supposed to do. I totally effing forgot. I'm fixing it right now. Where the hell is it? That's not the right one. What the? Oh my god, what happened? I thought I downloaded it. No, where is it? Rawr! Oh, wait a minute, I think I know where it is. No. This is so bad. Okay, what are you doing, man? You're the worst ever. This was supposed to go here. I'll just put it. Oh, you know what? I think I know. Let's just do it. Let's just freaking do it. I'm gonna press this. I'm gonna press that. And is that the correct slide? No, it doesn't show, of course. Oh my god. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm the worst ever. Alright, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna put this in the download folder. Because it's not working in the other folder it's supposed to work from. You piece of trash. OBS, I swear to god. I hate you sometimes. I hate you, OBS, you piece of freaking trash. Why is it? What is going on here? I'm gonna delete all these. Let's see. That's that one. That's that one. That's that. Okay, those are correct. Yeah, folks, this is what happens when you're watching live television. It's all falling apart. Will this work now? 1, 2. It works. Jesus H. Finally, there we go. This is the match that's coming up next, folks. It is 20Dan 03. Promised him I'd fix that photo, and there it is. It's much better now. 20Dan03 versus Toka. This is a rivalry that's been brewing in the tag team division, where both of them have their own tag team partners. Dan, the one half of the tag team champions, along with Ian Keith. They're known as the Cleanup Crew. They're going to take on this one half of the members of the French Fries Tank, which is Toka, who usually tags with Jakob. But now tonight, these two are going to go one-on-one. And basically, how does it work out that this matchup is coming up? Well, we'll talk about that in a moment, because we had a tournament that happened with the Twitch TV title. And to kind of show you what happened over there with that, this was the Twitch TV Championship that occurred. We had a title because, as mentioned, Juicy K forfeited the title. Well, not forfeited, but basically cashed in the title and ended up using that opportunity to just win this Phenoms Championship that you just saw. So now, after relinquishing the title, we also had a new rule implemented where nobody above a 1.2 can play for this belt any longer. So you had to have under a 1.2 in order to participate in this tournament that we did. And you can see here we did have a number of three-way matches in order to find our opposing champions. So Dan was on the left side of the bracket, defeating Rory and Adam in a very interesting match that was. I'm not going to lie. That was a lot of fun. Then Dan ended up moving on and facing a very tough matchup with Remy and Vlad. In fact, I had to go down to the wire with Remy. It came down to anybody's game. I implore you to watch that one. That was over on Ian Keith's channel. So I might still have it on there, or you can follow the Friendlies Discord. There's a link to the YouTube version of the match. And I implore you, that was a really damn good matchup. So Dan was able to squeak that out and make it to the final here. Toka on the other side, a little bit of a different run. Had to take on Tyler and GD in what was a wacky matchup there. Survived it and then faced off against Chaotic Hazel and Yeehaw, which saw Yeehaw actually play one of his better matches. So Toka was able to scoot on by and get through and make it now to this final where the two finally will combat against one another. So I'm very excited for that. So first, folks, we are going to take a quick ad break because I have to pay the bills. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go right into the match. Let's just go right into the match. I'll pay the bills afterwards because we got sleepy UKers and I don't want them to wait any longer. So let's just go right into the freaking match. Well, first I gotta do the stats. Where is the stats? This is Online Facts. Twitch Facts Line. Oh, it is the same one. I think I just gotta press a button here. Yeah. There you go. That was the button I was supposed to press. I'm a dumbass. There we go. Personal best. 20Dan03 on the left side. 1.199, which means it just makes it under that 1.2 threshold. That's the one time where pushdown points definitely were good not to do. Match record in the ELO system is 179 and 181. Does have quite a record in the Friendlies universe. So I'll have to get to Tyler and add those stats next time when we do these things head to head. This is the first time they're going to go one-on-one. They've never played one-on-one before, but they have played in tag teams. And they are... Dan is 2-1 over Toka, technically, in that regard. Notable achievements. Dan has won 4 Friendlies belts. The most decorated champion of all time is tied with Ian Keith for the most titles won at 5 apiece. So they are the combined 10-time champions. Dan has won the Twitch TV Championship, the Upstarts Championship, the Phenoms Championship, and is a tag team champion as well. Over here on the right, Toka has the 1.11 million PB score, 68-46 record, again not including Friendlies. Is 1-2 lifetime against Dan in the Friendlies universe. And then notable achievement is a member of the Scott Tetris Vietnam community and was able to make it out to the finals of their online hybrid live tournament that they did and made it all the way to the end, unfortunately losing to the eventual winner. I believe it was Lily. So there you go. That is the facts for the players. King's just got to do a little scene change real quick as we're going with the Twitch names. I love this, Tyler. Thank you so much for doing this. It makes my life so much easier. It's incredible, Tyler. You're the best. Then I need to fix the thing here. The player score goes this way, and we're ready to go. Okay, I'll fix up the cameras, but certainly we can ring this bell to sound it off. The match is about to begin. Let's get a seed going for our players because they're going to play with the same piece sequence. And while they get that inputted, I will fix up the cameras. It is Dan on the left. He's sleeping. So he might not even be able to play now. He fell asleep. Gang, are we ready to effing go, bro? Yeah, just about. I just got to fix your camera, sir. There he is. Handsome devil he is. And we're going to fix up Toka as well. Who's got that? What the hell? What the hell is that? What am I looking at, bruh? That's the laptop cam. It's fine, I guess. Let's see, now I gotta do something like this here. Oh my word. This camera from Toka. What are we doing? Oh, Teddy was generous. Yeah, it was. It was generous, but here we are now. Lock in, says SV. Toka says sorry for the camera, but that's fine. We'll take it as is. It's fine. I'm ready from Daniel. Mr. Dan. Oh, that's the wrong thing on the bottom. I'll fix that too in a moment. We'll just get players started and I can fix the that thing. Totally forgot. Bottom bar slideshow. Waiting on Toka to give the ready. Dan is the good luck. They did play this past Monday, but they played alternate play styles, and we have ready now from Mr. Toka. So let's go ahead and get this started. Game number 1 for the Twitch TV Championship. Who will it be? Begins in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And while they're underway, King's going to fix this bottom bar. I totally forgot. Let's delete that. Tyler told me. He's like, King, you can do it. I believe in you, King. I'm trying. I really am. This goes 1, 2, 3. I think that's correct. There we go. I did it, Tyler. I did it. Dan is like incensed that J did not get all the way over, but he'll get a long bar to get a Tetris to start and then zip over the long bar to the left side. Dan is a hyper tapper out of the UK, staying up late again. It is getting close to 1 a.m. That means the champ is going to be playing at like 2 o'clock in the morning. But that's okay. The champ is a bit of a night owl. He plays best late at night. Ref, don't make me play so late against Somalian. And then I'm going to bloody lose this belt. Well, we'll see. Somalian's been on his game lately. Yeah, there's not. No, I know. I know, Tyler. It's not your fault. You did what you could, Tyler. You did what you could. I'm gonna move Dan over a bit here. There we go. That looks better. Want to see that tag team title Daniel look to try to become a 2-belt champion like his tag team partner Ian Keith. Ian was once a 2-belt champion, had the Twitch TV title and the Upstarts Championship both at the same time. That was after our one and only Iron Man match that we had at Rivals 4, which saw Dan, Ian, and Maestro play for the final time against each other. That was one of the hottest rivalries in all of 2022. In 2021, honestly, they were just so good matches. Right now, players are struggling with this seed. Toka, nice double, gets the well open, is clean back up. Dan hyper tapping his heart out. He's getting clean. Toka 191, a monster start as far as the lead is concerned against Dan. Dan hasn't cracked 100,000 points yet. He's been just struggling with this dig out, but he's so close to getting out. With Loba J. Here comes the J. We'll open up that right side. The bar will come, and there it is. Bangarang! Tetris. Dan feels real good about that, but head shaking says no. I know. I got a lot of work to do. 239 to 98,000. Dan definitely going to have to try to regroup. Tetris and Toka go to 266. Dan at 147. So you folks out there that are watching this currently, we got this matchup happening at the moment. And then we're going to have the champ coming up. Let's go down the match list here. Oh, somebody ended that already. Okay, well, coming up after this one, you're going to get Le Captain and SV Nestras. That is Somalian versus Sam. And then Orlando versus Martz will be after this one. $366 for Toka, $221 for Dan. So got to give Dan credit. He's hanging in there, but definitely almost is going to be at a juncture where I have a tough time to start trying to catch, especially if Toka is going to be on his game in the level 19 speed. Toka is very difficult to catch because he explodes when he's on. His hybrid dash tap movements are really good, and I have seen him do amazing things, including seeing that 1.1 he got. That was also a PB in the Friendlies universe. So there you go. For those of you that love Friendlies, well, hey, here's another reason why you should hang out. Join the Discord. See it right there, tinyurl.com/TetrisFriendlies. Get involved. You can get your PBs live on the Classic Tetris channel as well. 340 to 466. Toka with the strong lead, but again, Dan just kind of holding his own. I'll chip this away little by little. And we have reached transition for both players. 514 for Toka, 353 for Dan. So not really one of Dan's best games, but you know, after that struggle start, you have to say, heart of a warrior, heart of a champion. That's why he is one of the most decorated of all time. First ballot Friendlies Hall of Famer without question. Yeah, gonna get only a couple of singles to try to resolve this. Gets a nice delayed burn, and then the S to cut. Oh no, he knows it's over. Not much you can do, and I honestly can't blame him. That S hang was the end right there. No matter how good of a tapper he can be, not gonna be enough. Toka 576. Struggling a little bit here on level 21 as well, but it's not to go any further. You are good for game number 1. And have the advantage here in this best of 5 GGs. Gilda telling Dan to lock it in. Got this, buddy. I believe it's about 8 a.m. over in Vietnam. So breakfast for Toka. Late night bangers and mash for Dan over there. Both players are ready to go. Let's not delay. Let's go ahead and start this one off. We're going to go to game number 2. Toka with a 1-0 lead at 3-2-1 Tetris. And while Toka and Dan get us kicked off for the second game, King's going to go ahead and turn the TV on. Because even though this is a super show, folks, doesn't mean that we stop. It is Friday night, and it's Friday night fights. In a way, we're Clash of Champions, our second super show of 4 in the year. Next one will be coming up will be Rivals, which will probably be at the end of October. I haven't decided the date yet, but I think it'll probably be the week after Jonas Cup. Let's see, Jonas Cup the 17th. Yeah, it'd have to be the 24th, October the 24th, because October 31st is Halloween, man. You can't do it on Halloween. It's crazy. So it looks like Rivals will be October the 24th. And then we have Revolution, our final super show of the year, which is in December, right around Christmas. So looking forward to that as well, too. And the reason King is turning on the TV is because it is Friday Night SmackDown. So King's got to stay up to date here. We got Michael Cole and Wade Barrett tonight. No Joe Tessitore, because he's probably doing college game day stuff. Meanwhile, Toka, little messy board. Dan has a nice clean one. Dan obviously off to a much better start here than the last one. 143 for Dan, 123 for Toka. So less than a Tetris separates the two. Tyler said, uh-oh. I don't even know what uh-oh in regards to. Hopefully I did not biff something, Tyler. Again, thanks to Tyler and Deck, Ty and Deck Show, for making Friendlies as great as it can look now these days. Deck with the great slides and grabbing the photos and stuff like that, making all our players look like superstars. Tyler. Oh yeah, more super shows. Well, come on, Ty. That's the big four. We do big four. You be glad that this isn't the COVID era again, where I was doing these little PLEs. I remember doing Euroclash one year. That was a mess. Sonny probably still has PTSD from that one. That triple threat, man. Oh my god. I don't know how I made it out. I don't know how I was able to get that one done. That was back when we had the other laptop and it did not like triple threats. 290 for Toka, 270 for Dan. So Toka has taken the lead after that nice cleanup. Has been able to be creative with the wells, with that S tower there. I don't know. Could be problematic. Let's see how Toka's going to handle this. Decides not to put any more S's onto the tower. Nice adjustment of the L for that burn. That was very nice. And Toka coming with some really good solves here. That square, though, is not nice. Toka going to be burning for a little bit. That gives Dan the chance to get back into the lead. 340 for Dan, 302 for Toka. We are past the halfway marker of level 18. And I'm watching SmackDown right now. You know what? Everybody's favorite Tetris enthusiast is on my screen right now. He's walking up, just got out of his Lamborghini or whatever it is. He's known as the Maverick, Logan Paul. Now all of you Tetris fans love him. He is opening Friday Night SmackDown here. He's going to be fighting John Cena at Paris. They're going to be in Paris. And come on, Dan. Dan, you gotta admit, all right, I get it. You know, people are not fans of Logan Paul, but as a wrestler, man, you gotta give him his due, man. He's good. He's good as a friggin' crappy heel. I love it. I love the Logan Paul character. He's smiling, he's smirking. He's like, yeah, no, Toka. Oh no, Toka! Oof. That is a problem. Toka's a big wrestling fan too, but okay, there we go. Oof. That was a problem there. If Longbar didn't bail Toka out, was able to get a bar down the center well But he had set. T-spin hit perfectly, and Toka is safe at the bottom. That could have been disastrous. Had no long bar come to save Toka, but he gets it, and he cleaned up accordingly. We are 10 lines away for both players, just about 468 to 435. Dan still with the lead. Emphasis on crappy. Toka was shocked about that misdrop. Yeah, that was catastrophic nearly. All right, 513 for Dan, 459 for Toka. So the level 19 will basically decide what happens coming up. The music changing appropriately because this is a spicy transition. Here we go. 468 to 519. Dan with a left well, get a triple only. And let's start transferring things over. Wants a T-spin. T comes, there to spin. Nicely done. 528 for Tony Dan. 518 for Toka. It is 10,000 points separated. We're on level 20 for both. As mentioned, this is kind of a rivalry starting to brew. These two have been on warring sides of the tag team division, which hopefully will start picking up after the Super Show. Who wants tag teams? We need some tag teams, baby. Look at use our Jordan. We're ready. Are we ready to get back into business, baby? Seen the King. He's getting good. Toka going all in, waiting for a bar that's not showing up yet. Hybrid tapping. There it is. A triple only after all that because of all those burns he had to take to maintain that center well stack. And now another long bar dependency has been created in column 7 for Toka. 565. A little bit of a hang of a T. This is trouble for Toka. And that'll do it. Can't do anything about it. Dan at 576 will have just enough. That 10,000 point lead we were talking about is the difference. Dan will hold. And we're tied up. Things are just heating up in this one. There's the reaction of Dan. Yeah. Well done, GG's. Dan is winning the neck off without question. I do see a top B09 score for Toka, so that works for me too. GG. Ampu is here. Welcome in. Ampupu. We got a ready from Dan. Just waiting on a ready from Toka. Just thinking about what his next move is going to be. My IRL name, shaking my head. I'm poo-poo. Still waiting on Toka. And there it is. There's the ready. Let's go. Vietnam versus the UK. Different time zones, different wars. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. We're tied up. T and the J, along with the S, confirm that the pieces are the same. Players are implementing the seeds perfectly. We increment here on the Friendlies Super Show for ease. But coming up next, Heavyweight Championship. The champ should be warming up. Get those pads broken in, baby. The longest reigning defending champion of all time in the Friendlies universe. He'll be here. He'll be looking to defend. He's going up against the Somalian captain. And in fact, King is going to get ourselves. Let's see, where the hell? Close that. Why didn't that come up? There it is. King's looking up some information here. The parents aren't amazing. In fact, they're quite bad right now. Well, shite, huh? Well, shite. Hopefully they can hold against the Somalian captain. We'll see about that. Bro, next time I see you, I gotta give you some good pads, man. These pads that Vandy recommends, they are pretty good. They've helped me a little bit. Just got fresh ones. And I think they're doing okay. Oh no, Toka! Oh no, here we go. Even on the super shows, we're doing it.
Oh no, I'm going to let it go, man. It's going to come out. Oh no, Kingsman.
Come on, man.
There you go. Dan, I got a gift at 257. Toka 143. Yikes. Just could not get that piece over to the left after the hangarang long bar. Ends up being the dagger. Well, not the dagger, but basically the finale there. Poop the bed, and then even on super shows, you're going to still get those sound bites. Unbelievable. Alright. Dan admitting that there's been one crappy game apiece or both. Game number 2, not too bad. But now Toka's going to need to get this one in. Otherwise, Dan could be a 2-time Twitch TV champion. And Toka is ready to go. Going to get the hair out of the face. Get set. Because now it is time. Everything on the line. Must do it. Let's go. Count it down. Pivotal game 4 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Thank you for the follow. Je suis ici. 35 minutes ago. We appreciate that. And King was getting some stats here. So currently, the champ. The Friendlies heavyweight champion. He won the belt December 2023. I believe it was December 29th. Whoops, wrong link. The champ, all the way at the top. I gotta go to December 29th, 2023. SV, known as Sam Vaughn, defeated Dan Vinky 3-1 at Revolution to take the championship belt and become the Friendlies heavyweight champion. Today is August the 29th. Think about that. August the 29th. So from December 29, 2023 to August 29, 2025, Sam Vaughn has been the Friendlies heavyweight champion. He has surpassed Huff's 547-day streak after beating Tetris Time back in May. So as of today, that makes it 610 days as the champion. Can I get a statue? Absolutely. I will. Oh, you're a first ballot Hall of Famer without question, bro. There's no question about it. When we start doing the Hall of Fames, first ballot Hall of Famer, that means that basically there's no need for you to be on a second ballot or a third ballot to make it through. That means one ballot, that's it. You'll make it through on the first try. And honestly, after this year, I think I'm going to start doing that. We're going to start having some Hall of Fames. There are quite a number of players that have been here since the beginning, that have made their mark on Friendlies and make it what it is today, that all of you sit here and watch and enjoy. You know, that man on the left right there, one of them, he's been here since 2020, I think. I gotta go look at the Friendlies history now. I think overall, you know, Martz would be a Hall of Famer just because of the most matches he played, but definitely not first ballot. Might be a few ballots, Martz, but I think Martz definitely would be a Hall of Famer. in his own right, I guess. But yeah, 20 Dan, one of the oldest players we've had. His very first appearance, yeah, October 30th, 2020. So coming up on 5 years. And his first match was against the King. That must have been a Beat the King or something. October 30th, 2020. The first time Dan, 20 Dan 03, made his mark and was victorious. And for those that are interested, aside from the score check, 275 to 342 in favor of Toka. Apologies for not giving score checks, but we're kind of just giving some lore here. Dan has played 91 matches overall. This is match number 92 in the Friendlies universe. So he's getting close to that 100 match threshold that is, you know, only a few have that. There's about 5 or 6, I think, that have 100 matches played in Friendlies. He is 62 and 29, 68% win percentage. I think that might actually have passed Jeff now, after Jeff was kind of beat up by Sharky, but I had to double check that. Yes, Jeff is at 57% win rate after Sharky's pummeling at the best of 99 last year. So that hurts him. But I think Dan is also in the Dan V, I should say, is also in the 60% range. But it looks like 20 Dan is now the, pretty sure. Let me just double check here. Dan V, he's one that has 100. He's had 149 matches, 94 and 55, 63% win rate. So certainly anybody over the 50 match marker, Dan has that. The Dan's just own Friendlies, man. 447 to 443. It is butt clenching tight in his game number 4. We are about 20 lines away from transition. We're going to focus up now and get players the proper score checks as they get set to go. 20 Dan, 1 win away from becoming the 2-time Twitch TV champion. And he's someone that definitely holds that belt in high regard. He is someone that will play weekly. That's one of the things that was happening with the Twitch belt, is we're starting to get away from that weekly challenge that was happening. And these two players certainly are guys that play week in and week out and will honor that. Tetris Dan will go to 497 with 6 left to go. 503 for Toka with 2 lines left to play. We'll take the double in. And we're off and running on Toka's side. Still waiting for that bar patiently, and he gets it. 532 for him. Dan at 501 with 1 more burn to go. He wants the bar. He'll take the triple in, and there's the bar. Bang! Tetris. It is tight as hell. 559 to 556. 3,000 point lead separate them. The Twitch TV Championship on the line. Who will be the new champion? What a pullback from Dan to get the Tetris. 582 to 584. It is still close. And a Tetris for Dan to take the lead momentarily. Toka have to burn a little bit. He's got a center well now, waiting for this bar to show. The bar will come, burns the triple away. Keeps him alive at the moment. Dan looking for an L. They got the bar instead. That left side could be, yes, nice. Oh, beautiful Dan, and he's pumped up. That was looking spicy, like Toka's board. He's down at 600,000. Tried to go for a dirty of his own. Couldn't get it. No bar to save. The T blocks the well. And Dan at 723 says game 4 is no more. 20 Dan will be the two-time Twitch TV champion. And has now passed Ian Keys for the most belts won in Friendlies history. They were tied at 5. Dan will give it 6. And now they are combined 11-time champions. Congratulations, Dan. GG's. We'll watch Dan finish it out as Somalian and Sam, get yourselves ready to go. Your final warm-ups. We're going to take a little bit ad breaks and stuff, and then we'll get into your match because I know it's getting late for the UK's. A 91 for Dan. He's looking for that max out. Waiting for Dan to do that. King probably should get himself ready so we could switch on over proper. Yeah, with some runway still to go. He is a Tetris away. And there it is. The max out for Dan. The punctuation mark right on Toka. Toka's like, damn, bro. Dan is too good. And there's a good sportsmanship from Toka. Well done. You gotta love to see it. And Dan playing on 29 a little bit. Hyper tapping. He wants to get to level 30. He's close. Oh, he just missed level 30 by 1. We're going to head on over to the winner's scene and congratulate your new Twitch TV champion. It's a returning one. His second time holding this belt. We'll see if he holds it a little bit longer than the last time. But congratulations, Dan. You are now officially the most winningest champion in our universe. A 2-time Upstart champion. A 2-time Twitch TV champion now. A former Phenoms champion. And the current Tag Team champion. 2-Belt Dan is here to stay. Congratulations. GG's. Man. Man, oh man, oh man, that was so good. I love those guys. Those guys. I'm gonna move the camera over here. I love those guys. You know, those two guys right there, Toka and Dan. They are friendly stalwarts. They've been coming to play in and out. I know Toka kind of no shows once in a while because he's trying to be big, brother. But honestly, no. All jokes aside, Toka does come and is always committed to doing these things, and I love those guys. You know, of course, Dan. I mentioned since 2020, October 2020. 5 years ago. We're getting close to that anniversary for him, and he's been a stalwart. So he's getting close to 100 matches getting played. Tag team champion, now Twitch TV champion. I'm sure he'll do good with that belt and honor it and take on the challenges and not have to worry about crazy rollers coming, right? Anybody under a 1.2 PB can challenge now our Twitch TV champion. I'm sure the line is going to start going out the door. Maybe we'll see a defense next week, right? On the premiere episode of Friday Night Fights. You know, King kind of teased it a little bit. The premiere episode of the Friday Night Fights coming, being hosted by a new host. Now, I don't want people to get the wrong idea, but we're going to hold on over to this slide and see, yeah, we know who that guy is, the barbershop hat guy. Yeah, that piece of trash. He's coming. He's coming back. Good old Colin returns to the Friendlies universe. The former host of the Basement Battles. That show was a lot of fun. He did on his channel and all that good stuff. But now he's here to host his own show, which is my show, the Friday Night Fights. Isn't that crazy, right? So Colin returns. But here's the kicker, right? So for people that are wondering, oh my God, King, you're leaving the show, King? You're done? No, this is my show, damn it. The King is never leaving. But because King's life is kind of, very, very busy. I'm a very busy man. I'm running CTWC for Vincenzo. I, run CTL, the Glass Tetris League, try to make that, somewhat relevant. I do so much. I work. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. I do a lot of things, right? I got to wear a lot of hats like that barbershop fool right there. But I will still be hosting Friday Night Fights. So how the deal works is this, that Colin will be hosting once a month, and the King will be about twice a month. So that way you'll get your Friday night fix at least 3 times a month So that way we can keep it going. We keep the show moving, man. So that was the whole point. I wanted Friday Night Fights to succeed. I want it to be a regular thing once again. And Colin will be the man to help do that. We got to catch up, too. We got to catch up with the episodes, man. So, you know, got to do my thing. So Colin will be here. Actually, later tonight, he'll be here for the main event, calling the match along with me for the Upstarts Championship between Morlando and Remy. And for you to get hyped up, well, let's go take out this great promo that my friend Tyler did. Once again, thank you, Tyler, for doing all the work for me. We're going to take an ad break after that. I'm going to set up the championship match. We'll go over the good stuff, and we'll get into it. So sit tight. Let's go.
Tetris Friendlies presents this September when the king is away.
Oh, Gio! Oh, Gio! B25! And Macy and Deck both simultaneous, 5 and below. Gets the bar, gets it over. Fucking good, a single and double. Oh my!
Go f yourself, Ty. Yay!
Come on, where's the long bar? Needs the bar. Give him the bar. Come on, where's the bar? There's no bar! There's a Tetris. He gets the max, he clutches it out! Oh, wow! 343, down goes the controller, down goes the headset, down goes the camera, down goes the glove. Weapons is raging right now.
I knew I had a chance against you every fucking time, dude. 0 and 11. That's my right there. Oh!
Wow, this is a sight to behold here.
Go f yourself, Mari. Dead. Hold on. it was never meant to be.
Alright, folks, ad break is over. We are back now for the second half of our Clash of Champions Super Show Tetris Friendlies event, hosted by the king of the restreams, the Kingsman. Let's go and get set for our next one. This is going to be a doozy. It's for the Heavyweight Championship. The man on the left, he's getting a shot because he earned it by beating Winter in a matchup that was pretty much advertised as whoever wins this can play SV at the Clash of Champions, because SB's run through pretty much everybody he has faced off over the last almost 2 years as a champion. There's not been many other challengers left, but Somalian, who had challenged Dan V 2 years ago at this very event, almost stole the belt from the champion then. So now 2 years later, history may try to repeat itself as Somalian will look to try to steal this one away. He is back up to Division 1 after his hiatus in Division 2 for Clash of Tetris League. So certainly this could be a matchup in a foreseeable future in the league match. But tonight, they're playing for the highest prize in the Friendlies universe, the big gold belt that man on the right, Sam Vaughn, has kept and held for 610 days. Incredible. So Somalian's challenge tonight is, can he end the run and become the champion? That would be astonishing if it happens. It certainly will be a fun one to look at. And we're going to take a look at their overall history here as far as the ELO is concerned. Personal bests, let's start with Somalian. His 1.638 million score. So he has a rollover. Match record 336 and 298. That is surely someone who loves to play Tetris. And you can see he's got that beanie. He said CTM on CT. We can do a little cross promotion. It's fine. I'm sure Vandy would do the same, right? Head to head in ELO matches, Somalian actually has the lead here. It's 6-3 overall. But again, some of those matches happened ages ago where SV was a tapper and Somalian was as well, so a little bit of cheekiness there as far as the stat goes, but in the end of the day, it's a whole new ball game when they're in the rolling era. Notable achievement for Somalian is that he was once the CTWC Iberia champion back in 2023, because somehow that tournament went on while he was visiting Spain, and it just happened to work out that he could attend and he won it. So he yoinked a championship from one of our Euros. On the right, personal best for the champion, 5.984 million score, just shy of the 6 million number. He does have a 7.5 million in the PAL world, but nobody plays that. Match record, ELO in those rated ones are 156 and 94. Friendlies wise, King will have that stat for you in a moment. You can see he's 3-6 overall against Somalian, and his notable achievement is he's got a number of them. Tyler put that he's the CT UK champion. He did that twice and made it to the finals this past year. He is also the Friendlies Heavyweight Champion for 610 days, and he made the top 8 of CTWC this year, only losing to Alex Thatch, Mr. Alex T, the eventual winner of the championship. And SV's Friendlies record overall is 33-17, so add that to that list. That is pure dominance from the champ. All right, so here we go. I'll fix up a camera here so we can see our beloved champion. There he is. The champ is here, and there is his challenger, Les Somalian. I'll put Somalian over there. We got SV here. Let's see if we can... No, that doesn't go any further. That's fine. Alrighty then. There's our players. I'm excited. This is going to be a banger. Let's get a seed in as they are finishing up the final warm-up before this one kicks off. Rip ELO battles. Yeah, well, All good things must come to an end, right? Just like on Friendlies. All right, players, your seed is going to be the following. It'll be 8E, that's the number 8. Ocho, the big Ocho. E as in elephant, 5. B as in bangarang. BA as in balls. They got big balls. We're going to see them on display here in the sense of the classic Tetris world. So again, players, your seed is 8E, 5B, BA. May go ahead and implement that when you are ready to go. Again, love this layout from Tyler. Tyler, you did a fantastic job. Tyler, this is going to be the layout for Clash of Champions forever now. I'm going to go with this forever now. This is so good. I really like this. They've done a hell of a job. All right, Somalian is ready to go. Once again, Champion Samuel, it is 8E, Ocho, the number 8, that is. 8E as in elephant, 5, B as in bang, BA as in bang apples. I guess, I don't know. I was going to say something else, but this is the Class Tetris channel, and I will not say bad words. Yeah, no, Tyler, this should be the template going forward for all the good stuff, man. You did a great job. I love it. (8E, 5B, BA). You can see that right in the scoreboard there. So it is set. Somalian is ready. The champ is ready. Let's friggin' go. Good luck. Have fun. Can we continue the reign of over 600 days, or will Somalian end it? Let's find out. We start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. It is late night action for the champ, but he is kind of used to late night gaming. It is currently 1:40 in the morning, where the champ is residing in jolly old England. For Somalian, it is 8:40 on the East Coast. So he's having a ball. Welcome in Everett Cox, and actually what we're going to do is we're going to fix Somalian cam here. Flip him horizontal so you can see his shirt as he's representing our friends at the Class Tetris Monthly. Yeah, we've got gaming. We've got gaming happening. 74,000 for Somalia, 119 for the champion. Early days, of course. Tyler liking the cams, correct? Because they're doing it the proper way. They're doing CTM cam. They're doing CTWC cam. They're doing it properly. Toka, we gotta help him out. We definitely gotta help Toka out. So we'll get on that. But you know, I guess laptop cam can be you get what you get with that. It's fine. It's fine. 107 to 188, champion. Cruising along to start. Take his time. I run laptop cam. LOL. Yeah, but yours comes out good though. I don't know. Toka. We'll have to teach Toka how to do cam. So. And while these two players are getting underway, in the Friendlies universe, we saw that the head-to-head in the ELOs between Captain Somalian and Sam Vaughn, it was 6-3 in favor of Somalian. However, in the Friendlies universe, Somalian is 0-2 lifetime against the champion. So, if King can find it, when was the last time they played each other? They played the first time back on May 26, 2022. Somalian lost 3-0, so that was an SV win 3-0. And then the second time was 2 years later, May the 10th, 2024, where Mr. Sam Vaughn won again, 3-0. So it's been shutout. Somalian's been swept in the 2 times they played here on Friendlies. Somalian's lifetime record in Friendlies is 45-30. He's got a 60% win percentage. He's up there. As far as number of wins, he's at the 75 marker. So Somalian, you got to play 25 more before you can get to the 100 and definitely be considered for Hall of Fame status. The champion with the 610 days, I mean, that's automatic. So Somalian, play more. Like Pepe used to say, right? Juga Tetris caramba. Long live Pepe. Tetris with the champ. He'll go to 355. Somalia 364. Started putting on the Jets and has the lead. About a Tetris and a half ahead. Everett Cox, thank you for joining over on YouTube. Good to see you. Hopefully you're enjoying the festivities. This is our super show for Tetris Friendlies. The Clash of Champions. 4 out of our 5 championship belts are on the line here. We saw the Phenoms Championship get resolved. We have a new Phenoms champion in Doozy K. We have a new Twitch TV champion in Tony Dan, who defeated Toka just a little while ago, and now our combatant, Mr. Somalian, looking to try to beat the incumbent, Mr. Sam Vaughn, and try to make it 3 for 3 on title changes. Obviously, this title change would be quite something. You would be history making. It would certainly raise eyebrows. And SVC did not go for the Tetris, opted to want to fix this situation first. Beautiful burns from the champion. There's the Lombard for the score. We'll make a Lombard dependency. But as a roller, it is totally fine. He has the chops to deal with this. He did say he's having some problems with the pad still. Just not breaking in the way he wanted them to. Welcome in, Ferrier. Rafael, ¿cómo está? Good to see you. Organizer, one of the organizers of CTWC Brazil. I got some good numbers on the socials there, so hopefully Canal 3 was happy about that. We did a good job on promoting the Brazil event coming in a couple of weeks, so looking forward to it. We have transition here. Somalia with a 608. Sam with a 610. 610 for Somalia. We are basically neck and neck. It's about a 230. I say 200 point difference. That's basically what it was. 200 point difference between the two. 640 to 637 now is a little bit different. Yeah, social team told me that it had very good views coming out of that post, so good to see that. So definitely a lot of interest over in Brazil for classic Tetris. We'll be looking forward to it in a couple of weeks that you all will do a great job out there. 673 for Somalian, 701. The champ starting to accrue a bit of a lead, but Somalian with a Tetris and another one to get the lead right after. Sam will take it right back, 729 to 731. This is pretty tight to begin. Good adjustment for Sam. The Tetris in 791 for the champ, 765 for the challenger. Level 24 for both. Okay, can we do an April Fool's Day on Friendlies called Very Friendlies? And there's just compliment after compliment. If it falls on a day that we're streaming it, sure. I know Burb hosted April Fools on Monday a couple of years ago, and that was one of the best April Fools we ever saw. The Marts versus Marts match will go down in history as one of the greatest of all time. I think I gotta tell Burb he's gotta get that one at least up on YouTube for posterity. We need it up there for historical purposes. He's got to get that up immediately. It is quite neck and neck, 959 to 994, the champion with the lead. But it is like a Tetris and change the difference. There's the Tetris. Both of them will slam one. Max out for both now, 826 to 830. Champ kind of hung a bar over to the column 2, but he just worked it through. 3 lines left for the champ, 836 to Somalian's A62. And we're going to go into level 29 play. Let's see how the champ fares with these pads. We'll start with the line out first. Somalian at A98 goes to B01. He's got the lead. They'll get a Tetris. B38 for Somalian. Somalian has been working on his level 29 play. And as mentioned, he just finished winning CTL Division 2A. So he certainly has been working hard on this 29 play. SV taking it nice and slow, just going to play it low. Try to see if he can wear the captain out. Tetris there to go to B15. It's right on the heels again. B68 for Somalian. And again, no line cap. They can go for as long as they want. There is no line cap here. Somalian will take a triple to bring this down. B90 for him. B34 for the champion. And you can see he's just taking his time. Not going to panic. Not going to rush. He knows. When I feel good, I'll take my Tetrises. If not, we're going to burn. Take a triple there. B64 to Somalian C11. Champ has some burning to do again, but again, no problem. He's just taking it nice and easy. Both players taking it nice and low. Level 35 for both. We have gone to level 59 and 60, I believe. SV involved in that match where they've gone the longest of all time. It was him and Cole that had that match. C20 to C96, so still about 2 Tetris lead for Somalian. Must have put some stank on that 5-tap over to the left. He's playing up on 1 row above, but he's burned it all the way back down. We're on level 38 for both players. D12 to C40. Oh, hanger ring for Somalian, and he can't 5-tap another long bar. He's in trouble. That's it, he's done at D12. The champion methodically has been waiting for the mistake to happen. D12 500 was the final score as we need D13. D13 will win it, and their triple will do it. That's how it's done, folks. The champion methodically taking apart Somalian. He knew, I'm just going to wait for the mistake. Play it nice and easy. And he came in, and there you go. Absolutely textbook Tetris from a champion. Sambon will take the first game. It is 1-0. GG's. Somalian was really giving SV a run for the money there. So you have to give him tons of credit. Level 38 for him. D12. Remember, Somalian does have a rollover as a PB, but he certainly was on. It looked like he was on that train. He definitely looked like he was on that train to go there. But the hangarang cannot get the 4-tap into column 2. It ends up hanging in 3, and then he couldn't do anything more with it When another Lombard came, the same thing. Cannot get the 4-tap. And he was toast. The champ finishing things out. He did get the rollover at 1.39. I think he might have just beat Somalian's PB. I'm not sure. There you go. But GG's. Well done, players. The champ is here. You know it. Some say, is it really fair that Somalian's taking on the champion, SV, with that near 6 million PB? But matches like this tell you he can. He definitely made a run for the money and put the champ a little bit on the hot seat, but he stayed cool. He knew what he needed to do. Please make sure you increment your seed, please. We do increments here. We don't do the cheeky re-rolls. So increment your seed should be 9F, I believe. 9F should be. And there it is, 9F, 5 BBA. SV doing SV things. Hey, he's the champ. He could do whatever he wants. But we're going to go in and get game number 2 started. The champ up 1-0 in 3-2-1 Tetris. The challenger will look to try to get one back. Great game number 1 from both. That was basically textbook Tetris from SV on showing you, well, even when you're behind on level 29, if there's no line cap, then there's no worry. No need to get aggressive. No need to stress out. Bide your time. The man knows how to play long level 29 games. He is the PAL world record holder at 7.5 million points. He has a near 6 million PB score. You don't get those without playing for a very long time. And he has done it. And that's what's going to be the most difficult part for Somalian, is to be able to play through these level 29s. But obviously you could sneak a win if things get a little cheeky. If you have a bad transition going into 29, SV certainly could find himself into trouble. And if he got a top out at that point, that could give Somalian some new life. But the champ, so good, man. Champ with some nice cheeky burns. Lombard comes one piece too late. Champ gonna go flat with that long bar. I like that. Also, others would probably try to just 5-tap that over to the left. And the champion is clean. 131 for him. Somalian will get a touches down column 4 at 171. So 40,000 point lead for the challenger. Somalian just coming back from a trip. He was down in Brazil. A little too early. If he had shown up a couple of weeks later, he probably could have played at CWC Brazil and win it all. He was like, oh dang, I could have sniped. But no sniping here. King still watching SmackDown. Kiana James looking fine AF. My God. That woman is fire. Oh, wow. Holy shnikes. This outfit she's wearing tonight? Oh my God. Sheesh. 266 to 251. The challenger with the lead at the moment. Touches for Somalian to go to 335. The champ. Just another Sunday stroll in the park. Did SV reach colors on PAL? I think I might have a chance for a max out, says Brit QK. I don't think he did, but I mean, he has 7.5 million points, so If anyone wants to try to beat that, be my guest. I think that record will probably stand for the test of time. For 29 now for Somali after that Tetris. Champion. Go to Tetris here to go to 4-11. So the story between these two is that they have played a number of times. Somalian has the ELO ranking according to the ELO match database. Somalian has bested SV 6 out of 9 times, but many of those matches occurred a long time ago, back in the pre-rolling era. The two of them used to like to play against each other in ELO battles, when that used to be a thing back in the day. Welcome in. 3s, 2s is here. Winter, Shake, Tayao, right? Something like that. Tayo. I think it was Tayo was the last time I heard. According to the sheet, SV got second PAL colors on a 19 start 7.5. Okay, so it did get colors on that run. Okay, I wasn't sure. I don't know. I don't keep up with the PAL information. There isn't a third person listed yet. It's what is it, Fractal and SV as your two that have reached the colors in PAL. 602 for the champion. 559 out of Tetris. We'll go to 583. So SV with the lead, but the Somalian captain with the pace lead. Although now the line count getting pretty close, and both are trying to weather the storm here. A little bit of a droughty moment going on. Captain doing fine to manage that. Would have loved the J, but gonna have to work around with what's being given at the moment. Lombars are flowing, but the well was closed. This one is opened, and we go Tetris 646 to 673. The champion with the lead, but has work to do to fix this up, and the S's are exploding on the board. Lombard will burn a double for the champ, SV. Somalian. Gotta be careful! Hangering! He tried to get the S over. And again, 5-tap can't go. He's toast. 654, 560 is his final score. A little bit of a drought that was occurring for players. Oh, the Vits from the champ. He's showboating. 775 for SV, the ultimate brand. He's good for game number 2. And we'll have the 2-0 lead. GG's. Metal Rio not a fan of the Mullen going on. But we got time, don't worry. We got one more match coming up, and it is our main event. And it is a match that will see a player finally, after all these years, get his chance to prove that he can be a champion. It's a wonderful story, but no promos made for it, so because one person didn't want to do one, but whatever. Oh, what a dirty Tetris for SV. He's got the max out. He's showing Somalian what could have happened, bro. This is how you play this game, my dude. I'm just gonna get Tetris after Tetris after Tetris after Tetris. No promo equals ban. Yeah, we've got to ban Marts then. Tyler, we're gonna have to ban Marts. Can you imagine having to ban Marts from Friendlies? That'd be a catastrophe. Lara, welcome in. One day I will become a Tetris master. Yes, I hope you will one day. Tyler has cut promos for every Friendlies. Yes, he has. Champ top bat at 1.238, but again, great job by him. So we'll have a 2-0 lead going on into game number 3. Somalia, and all you can do is just sit there and watch and admire the prowess of the longest reigning champion of all time. La ma forme, ban Remy. Don't ban me, Remy. Remy said he don't want to do it. Absolutely hate to do promo. Come on, man. You know, Marks, if you get out to Jonas Cup, I have to have a talk with Remy. I'm going to talk to him. Me and him are going to have a heart-to-heart, and I want to talk to him. All right, we're ready from Samuel. Ready from Captain, but let me double-check the seeds. Mr. Sam Vaughn changed the seed A05B, A05B. We have seeds correct. I will give you the countdown, and we're going to go right to game number 3. We'll see if Somali can steal one, or will the champ close it out in a sweep. And in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. We're going to go with the long bars and the Z's, because it's pretty much bedtime over in the UK. We're at 9 p.m. local time Eastern here, where this is being broadcast in the United States. And Somalian is on the East Coast. That is his time zone. For our friends in the UK, where the champion resides, it is UTC +1, so that means it is 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Sorry, it's 5 hours. I meant to say it's 5-hour difference. Okay, get it together. It's a 5-hour time zone difference, which means it is 2 a.m. for our friends overseas in good old jolly old England. 5 a.m. Skull. Yeah, Threes, what are you doing at 5 a.m.? As directed at you, Threes. Sure, there's a few other UK D-gens out there. The champ has an excuse because he's got to play. And he's going to have to get back up early tomorrow. Because hopefully he did hear me say this earlier, but I'll message him after. That we will have the CTL match between him and Andy tomorrow. I did message him that it was going to be moved to Sunday. But then the Wars people got back to me again. And after a lengthy discussion, because, you know, CTW, well, that's just Wars. We'll give them a cheap plug here. They have their Battle Royale finale going on. Officially now, it is on Sunday, August 31st. At 20 UTC, so they're gonna do it then. They have finally confirmed it, which was originally what they had, and then a number of problems showed up. They fixed it today, so it will be Sunday as planned, which is the reason why we are also nice Vits from SV, which is also the reason why we moved the Mart's Jonas Cup fundraiser for the, oh, what a nice JD spin right there from Sam. He's so freaking good, man. That was one of the other reasons why I wanted to cancel that. We also got CTL going on tomorrow night as well. I mean, Sunday night, excuse me. So lots happening. Lots happening this weekend, Tetris-wise, and I wanted to make sure Mart's got the attention he deserves. So I'd rather have it more on a less hectic weekend. As the CTL Championship will not be played next Sunday anyway. It worked out. Scheduling 8 people is hard, man. I know. Listen, scheduling 8 people to play on this show is not easy either. sometimes, you know, sometimes we gotta reschedule. But thankfully, all 8 players here knew what to do, and they make sure to show for the Kings. I do wholeheartedly appreciate that every single time players come to still play friendlies. There's no rewards as far as monetary ones are concerned. This is all still within the realm of the spirit of playing classic Tetris, and both these players exude that tremendously, especially the champion. He could have left a long time ago and just said, I don't feel like playing this anymore, especially there's no money. But because he has a lot of heart, he loves this game. This game has brought him a lot of joy in life. It's given him some great memories, some great friends. He still comes to play here. One of the highest level players still going on with a dirty Tetris. I am a Sam Vaughn superfan for life. And of course, Somali Captain ain't that bad either, right? Yeah. No, of course, as mentioned, Somalian, one of the OGs too. Somalian, first time he played in a Friendlies was also against the King. He played me and defeated me 3-1, just like 20 Dan did. Dan was back in October. Somalian played me May 13th, 2020. How about that? And funny enough, that Somalian's third ever opponent in Friendlies was Morlando. Back on August 17th, 2020. So over 5 years ago, Somalian and Morlando played against each other. And here they are now, playing on the same Super Show, trying to attempt to win titles. Crazy, man. That's freaking crazy. And Morlando's first ever match against Somalian was in January 2020. Well, username is here. Welcome in. 6:14 for the champ. 5:23 for the challenger. So a great game being played right now. If you're a Somalian, you're doing what you can, man. 6:21 transition. Somalian at 5:27. We're off and running. Somalian needs this win to stay alive and keep the match going. Otherwise, the champ will retain and coast for another few more months. He'll go back into hibernation and wait for the next challenger to appear to see if they can take away his title. $6.99 for Sam, $5.85 Somalian. Somalian playing up on row 1. There is no bar right now in this sequence. Ooh, that T could be problem here. Oh, man. Wait a second. Sam is finding solutions. He's so good. Somalian playing with the left well. He'll get a Tetris. How does SV do this? How does he have the mind to solve this? Ooh, that square, though, could be problematic. Oh, how did he get that? Oh, my God. How did he get that bar over? How? But he's right out of room, and he'll top out at 7:21. Oh, my God. He stayed alive so long, it looked like he was going to get out of it. And it just never manifested to find the bar to get the Tetris down. Somalian knows the score is 7:21. He's like, I'm not getting swept, bro. I'm going to take my time. And he will get the Tetris to take game number 3. He's still alive. Not going to go quiet into that good night. The Somalian captain has a new life. He will be on the board. It is 2-1 now. And the champ going to have to be kind of keeping a closer eye on that one. GG's. They are playing for the big belt. This is a WWE in Tetris as Tyler is splitting to Tayao. From one tie to another, right? One tie to another. Alright, so we're going to see B15 is the next one. Or B1, should I say. B1, 5B, BA. 51. B1. I can't say. What am I? Simul head scratch. This is the world title match. Yeah, we'll go into the explanation for those of you that are unfamiliar with Friendlies, but we are ready to go. It is game number 4. What are they playing for? They're playing for the big gold belt. The heavyweight championship is on the line in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Sam will look to try to close it out one more time in this pivotal game 4. Somalian will look to try to get us to the decider and send the champ really having to hold the belt a little closer, a little tighter for support. So Tayao, this is basically how this works. You're watching Tetris Friendlies, the Clash of Champions. This is a super show where in this one we have our champions from the Friendlies universe. We have 5 different title belts. 4 of them are playing in this event tonight. So we have from the bottom to the top, from our lower level, we have what's called the Upstarts Championship, which is kind of your low-end max-out players in regard. Kind of hanging around over there. Then we've got a Phenoms Championship group, which actually from bottom, we're going bottom to top. Secondly, the Upstarts. Then it's the Twitch TV Championship, which is a title that is kind of considered a 24/7 belt, where players that hold that title would basically have to defend it every time they appear on one of our shows, whether it's the Monday Night Mayhem with Burb Wizard, the Friday Night Fights with the King, or our Square Up show with Ian Keith, or now even Friday Night Fights with Colin, who we'll be seeing a little bit later in this evening's show. And players basically go head-to-head in a classic Tetris match like you see on CTM and CTWC and CTL and all that. However, there are no stakes. We play for non-ELO matches. This is all just for fun, having a good time. But we do add a little sprinkle of what Tyler mentioned with the WWE. If you're a wrestling fan or familiar with the wrestling in general, King is a huge wrestling fan, if you didn't know. And I like to intertwine stories along with the gameplay that's going on. So it's just not like, oh, hey, we're playing a match, 2 people just playing, right? That can be boring. So we're adding a little bit of a stakes. We're adding a little sizzle to it. So that way we can have a little fun with it. And we've really built something here over the last 5 years doing this, that players are fighting for championship belts. And in the case here for the heavyweight championship, which is the Friendlies title, they're playing for a real belt. SV has a real gold Friendlies championship belt that he holds at the moment. Doesn't particularly own it. Technically the King owns it since I bought it. But the current owner is SV. He holds that very high regard. He told me many times over that it is his most cherished prize in classic Tetris. And right now, Somalia was cherished prize with that long bar because that was getting a little iffy. Nice burn here from Somalian. Goes lumbar flat. And another bar here will definitely help. Somalian in a safer zone, so to speak, but that was getting scary because he's shaking his head. He's like, holy crap, I almost flubbed that one. Champion at 353, Somalian at 315, holding his own. As we saw in the last game, King kind of mentioned that there is possibility that early top out could technically happen for our players. Unfortunately, SV was at that risk there, and it happened in game number 3. Kind of had an amazing dig, but just did not get the right piece to really help the stack and kind of get out and get a bar to get the score. But you know, it all works out in the end. That the cream of the crop will rise to the top. 403 to 431. Tetris for SV to go to 425. So slight lead, and again, the line count in favor of SV is about 4 lines behind Somalian. All Tetris is scripted, yes. Play for steaks, though. I prefer mine medium rare. Colin is here in the chat. He will be joining the king shortly in the booth. Colin, when you get a chance, when you're all settled in, I would like a ninja cam, por favor. It's going to DM you that stuff, but you're here now, and I'll just say it. Just easier. If you can send me a ninja cam link, we'll be on cam together for a moment. So we can talk about the next match, our main event, the Upstarts Championship. Orlando and Remy, they should be getting their reps in going on right now, get their warm-ups handled. Beautiful bits from the champion. 546 to 541, another tight game at hand. Beautiful adjustment from SV to see the square. So he re-rotated the J to allow the square to fit over on the left side. That's beautiful. 593 for the captain, 565 for SV. SV has the pace lead. Transition for Somalian, 617, so we're going to keep that number on lock, 617, the transition score for the challenger. 610 right now for the champion. It's getting set to get into transition. We'll open up the right side. And the bar comes. He will have the better transition than Somalian. Now it's a matter of what can we do with it. As we know, bar to start this level 19 transition. And here it comes. Nice drought management from SV. 672 to 706. Somalian with a real-time lead, but the champ with the pace lead. He's a level behind Somalian. Tetris will join at 21, but 7 lines back. The lead back to him at 750. A neck-and-neck game at the moment. Somalian keep glancing over. Is he looking at the stream? Yes, he is. I don't even know. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I had to look closely to see your name. I was like, what the F is this name? Yeah, Somalian is doing a screen check because there is a delay from Twitch to the players as far as this restream is concerned. So basically, King is casting their Twitch game being played live on their own streams. And we are recasting it into a broadcast here where you're taking both games head to head. So there is some delays there. So he's looking at the screen to see where he's at, what score is needed. And right now, he could certainly use a square. Oh man, the blitz of those Z pieces. He has found a way. Nicely done by the captain. He'll get a Tetris. It was a dirty one at that. 899 to Sam's 866. Sam with the nicer board, but Somali another dirty Tetris to keep capitalizing on scores. And he wants to continue playing on that. His confidence growing as this match continues. Another dirty for Somali, 965. Sam still on level 25 at 899. Again, the pace lead is his. But it won't matter when we get to level 29 because that speed, anything can happen. Oh, beautiful tux from the champion. Champion is on your right here, folks. Challenger is on the left. A72 to A34. Both players have reached the million-point threshold. Somalian waiting for this bar to come. Cannot. Oh, hang-a-ring long bar over there. That's going to be trouble for Somalian. He's going to top out. A75. That's it. The champion. You must get A76. A76 will win the match for the champ. He has a Tetris ready. Where's the bar? Bang-a-ring! Tetris! Somalian was waiting patiently. The bar never shows. It shows for Sam. And this one is done. Congratulations to the champ. He'll take his victory lap. Let him cook. Because he's the chef of classic Tetris now. Don't at me, oh. Let Sam cook. Take the victory lap, my champion. Because game 4 certainly is a no more. And Sam Vaughn will continue his dominance and reign in the Friendlies universe. A 3-1 victory over the Somalian captain. Cements it, GG's. So while Samuel cooks, King is going to get some stuff set up here. But be approved me of using the full name? Of course you do. Of course you do. What a shock, you son of a bitch. Colin is here, Morlando, so you may ask away. As we watch the champion, E62 for Sam Vaughn. E62 for him. He's going to look to beat Somalian's PB. He wants to beat Somalian's PB. So Somalian, you would have had to get this. Somalian at 1.638. Samuel beats the PB. The captain, right there. Somalian would have had a PB if he wanted to try to win this. Yeah. Oh, Somalian, your heart is big, man. You did a great job there. Well done, Sam, with the fist pumps. Let you know that he is victorious. We're going to head on over to the winner's scene and congratulate the champion. Still your Friendlies heavyweight champion. It is the great Sam Vaughn. There's the belt right there in your face, folks. Fist pump. There you go. Tayo, there you go. A real gold belt they play for. It is his most cherished possession in all the classic Tetris. For 610 days, he's owned it. He'll own it for a ton more. Congratulations, my champion, as always. Serving the brand well. Because he is the ultimate brand. He is Sam Vaughn. GG's. Man, what a match. What a match that one was. That was crazy. Somalian gave it his all. He did get that one. He did get that one. He snuck in and got one. So that is tremendous job, Somalian. You know, you're playing a first ballot Hall of Fame player in Sam Vaughn. SV, whatever you want to call him. He's a GOAT. And you don't hold on to that title without having to win a bunch of matches. And he has certainly done it. He is one of the best. Top 8 finish. This is one of his best years of classic Tetris. He did finish as a finalist at CT UK, so 2 out of 3 years he's done that. He's been a champion 2 out of those 3 years. So 3 years in a row he's made it to the final. 2 out of 3 he's won it. So certainly, the UK scene has been on the rise. The Tetris there has been great. They are playing so good, and I'm glad that he's my champion. Get some rest, sir. Tomorrow you got Pixelandy for Classic Tetris League, so that'll be a tough matchup, but we'll see if you can do it. I'll message you as a reminder again. And then on top of that, you can definitely get some rest because that title can be put away for a little while. You can take it easy, and we'll call upon you before the year's over one more time to defend. You're the best, brother. I can't wait. GG's. Now, coming up next is our main event match for this evening, Clash of Champions. We're going to have Morlando and Remy. Two of them are going to go at it. We'll kind of give a little bit of a story so folks like Taya can take a look at that. So again, you're watching the Clash of Champions. This is a Tetris Friendly special event. We've been having some really good ones all night long. It's been a lot of fun. We just saw the championship match, and we got one final one. This one's for our bronze level champions. It's called the Upstarts Championship. It's a title that kind of signifies players that are up on the rise and becoming great players. So this has been right at the cusp lately of like a max out level. Even 1.1 million players are playing in this as well too. So really the bar has been, you know, set higher and higher each time a new crop begins. So Morlando on the left, a longtime veteran of this scene. First got to see him back in 2019 live at our CTRBC Northeast event, which will be happening in a couple of weeks. Morlando, one of the staff members over there, will be helping to arrange that. And you got Remy on the right. He is a two-time upstart champion. Certainly one of the best upstarts that we've seen. He came back after a long hiatus away. He was a Kingsman 5 in 2021. He won the belt originally back in December of 2020. Took a couple of years off playing the game and then got back into it thanks to his dear old dad, who basically forced him, I guess. But nonetheless, Remy has found the passion again and has become the Upstarts champion. He's looking to defend. These two played an outstanding triple threat match not too long ago. They took it to the wire and into overtime when they were battling it out in the Twitch TV Championship playoffs. So now they're going to go one-on-one and look to recreate that magic for you with a belt on the line. We're going to take a short ad break so we can get the bills paid. I'll set up the scene, and we're going to bring in the special guest commentator. Colin is here. He's live. He's waiting for me to call him up so we can chit-chat and get it going. He'll be helping call this match, and we'll talk about Friday Night Fights as well, so stay tuned. King will be right back after these commercial breaks. Okay, so ad break is over, folks. I think it is time. We're gonna start making our way over to these players in a moment. Let's head on over to our match line because this is the match that's coming up next. It's Morlando. It's Remy. The final match of the evening. It is our main event. It's a matchup for the ages, without question. They had a banger of a match not too long ago. I think a call for the Braid Party of 6. They had a banger of a match of the triple threat that they played not too long ago. And now they're going to take their talents and do this 1v1 to see who will be the leader of the bronze era of Friendlies. So I am excited to see this. Both are live and get their final warm-ups in. But before we do that, King's got to make a phone call to a friend that we're going to bring on in here. And hopefully he's standing by. I know he was waiting patiently. He's looking dapper as ever. Let me give him a call and see if he picks up the line. Oh, I think he picked up. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Well, that's a voice we haven't heard in a while. Unbelievable. Yeah, man. It's everyone's favorite basement battle hosts. A show that was not Friendly's canon, that the King refused to make it canon. But you know what? It's a show that you made your own. It's a show that you produced and got your own following. And now the King is going to be a money-grabbing SOB and bring it over to the Friendlies universe, where you can bring your fan base over and make FNF great again. Folks, it's Colin. It's Colin. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you like those cheesy puns, huh? Welcome in. He's back, baby. He's back. Colin, welcome back, man.
Hey, I am so glad to be here. I have missed everybody so much. Kingsman, thanks so much for giving me the opportunity to fill in some very big shoes. I hope I do you proud.
Listen, man, you are amazing, right? You are awesome. You're great. I'm excited, dude. I'm so excited that you're doing this, that you're back here, and why don't you talk about it? You know how this kind of came about, right? I think you and I had some conversations when you last left, and you said, "Listen, King, I got a lot of stuff on my plate. Basement battles, I think, is gonna have to go away, right?" Talk to us. Where you been up to, and you know how it all worked out. You're back.
Yes. So, as you know, before my job was. There was a lot, we had a lot of stuff going on. I ended up working a lot of midnights and ended up getting into auditing. So I say, King, my cup runneth over and I have to give up on some of my passions. So luckily I had Basement Battles and you were gracious enough to give me the opportunity to host that while you were away. And then, I said, let's put it to the side. And you said, hey, the door is always open for you if you get a chance to come back. Well, made some changes in my job role now. Have a job with a really good opportunity to have more free time, basically. And I was like, well, I'm back. We went at CTWC. You said, okay, you got this new job. What do you think about coming back? I said, I would love to, but let me get settled in, make sure everything's right. I definitely do want to come back in some sort of capacity, but then I reached out to you again probably a month and a half ago, and I said, all right, King, let's do this. And you were like, yes, please, come on. So like you said, you wanted to be money grabbing and you recognized talent, and you said, I'm going to sign him right now.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, let's sign him right now. Let's friggin' go, right? Forget about Warriors, man. Warriors, they're doing their restructuring. They don't know what they're doing. They're trying to get scheduling done. What a shock, right? But over here, the King has got it under control. So we're bringing you in, man, and you're going to be hosting the Friday night fights. We got a nice little ad that, we put together. Shout out to Tyler for doing that. We definitely want to hype it up, man. So you'll be starting next Friday, September the 5th. We're looking to cook a couple of bangers already. We saw, some titles get owned. We have Juicy K, your new Phenoms champion. We've got 20Dan03, your Twitch TV champion. Already Tyler is like going down the Rolodex trying to say, can I fight you guys? Who wants to be first? Who wants to get their ass whooped, right? So Tyler's trying to find any which way to get on this first show and maybe kick things off with a title match. So we'll see if we can work that out. But I'm so excited, man. You're hosting Friday Night Fights, and this is going to be outstanding. So welcome back, man. I'm so excited.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks again for the opportunity to do this. I am beyond words. If you can believe somebody as talkative as me can't put the words together. Just a huge amount of support from you and the community as a whole. Everybody saying, "Hey, welcome back." I mean, I see the chat here. Tetris, Ampu, Alex, Yeehaw, everybody out here. I really love all the support from you guys, and honestly, I couldn't be who I am without you all.
Oh yeah, you're welcome, man. All right, I upped Colin's audio here, so that should be fine now. So let's go right into it, Colin. Let's take a look. Players are pretty much warmed up and ready to go. So why don't we take a look at the online facts for both these outstanding players on the left side. We're going to start with Morlando first, has a 1.087 million PB score. Longtime member of the community and certainly someone who has been waiting for this opportunity to get a championship title match, right? So I think in his recent performances, he's been showing his commitment to friendlies. And again, like I said, his match with Remy in the three-way was an absolute banger. Match record is sitting at 136 and 175, so, you know, more losses than wins. But again, he's also playing at a high level these days, so that's going to go as is. Head-to-head, they have never really played technically in friendlies in a match like that. Obviously, the three-way kind of will disparage that a little bit, but in ELO rated matches they have split 1-1, so in theory this could be considered the decider. Notable achievement is that Morlando has made the top 8 at the CWC Northeast Regional, which he'll be attending in a couple of weeks once again. While our champion here on the right has a 1.1 million score. Can you believe a 1.1 million exists in that household? It's crazy. Match record. Yeah, match record for Remy is 125 and 111, and his achievement is that he's actually a 2-time Upstart champion. As mentioned, he did win his first one at Revolution in 2020 against Rory, who was our very first Upstart champion. Look how far we've come since then, and he regained the championship last year, right at the end, I think, or actually might have been earlier this year. Might have been earlier, yeah, January, February. I think he gained it this year, beating Zar Jordan, who was the champion previously. So Remy's been holding on to this title for a few months now.
Yeah, and awesome for Remy. And yeah, like you said, you know, there is a little bit of talent in that household, and you know, we're going to see that talent tonight. I am stoked to see these two face off against each other.
And here they are. And of course, King forgot to change the graphics. So 1 second. Gotta remember where it is here. That's this one. See, the thing is that Tyler made this so easy for me to do, and I still mess it up. It's crazy. All right, so there we go. So that goes to 0. This one goes to here. And there we go. All right. So players are final warm-ups. Look like they are being completed. So I'm going to initiate the seed for them, as the big bronze belt is up for grabs in this one. Remy looking to defend. Orlando looking to capture. Former Upstart champion, as mentioned, Zar Jordan is here. Jordan, good evening to you. Looking forward to it. Sonny expected nothing less from the King for messing up that part. But you know what? You'll notice here on the bottom, I didn't mess this up. Look at that, Colin. I got your name in there. I got your name at the bottom border. Is that great?
That's amazing.
So, Colin, give us a breakdown. You've known these players for quite some time. I don't know if you've been keeping up lately with their recent journeys in Closet Tetris, but you know, you've known Martz forever, and you've seen Remy previously, Morlando out there. Give us your take on how these two are going to lock up.
Yeah, absolutely. So Morlando, a former Wavy one, I guess we'll say former, because Tetris Gauntlet is kind of just on a hiatus, but I got to spend some time and meet Morlando as when I was part of Sid Nev's team for Gauntlet. Morlando, of course, known for Tetris Bingo. You know, he will take Tetris in any way, shape, or form as long as the game gives him the long bar. So I'm going to look to see some scoring from Morlando in unconventional ways, which may give him an advantage, you know, provided that they're playing on the same seed, and maybe if there's an unfavorable piece sequence for the traditional setup, he may have an advantage there. On the flip side, Remy is no stranger to competition. As you said, he's been around the community for a while. He is definitely the strongest player in the Martz household. And, you know, he's a great player. You know, has excellent dash control, and most importantly, he is a really good stacker. So, whereas Morlando will take those Tetrises in any well, you'll see Remy set up in that traditional right well, just textbook Tetris. So it'll be a very high octane match between these two.
Absolutely, and is worthy of being a main event. You can see Mart's in the background. He was showing around those gummies. He said that he is not into punishment, that if Remy does the best he can, he'll still give him a bag of gummies tonight. That's very nice of you, Martz. Make sure Remy brushes his teeth right after. Of course, Martz can't help himself. He's got to be in the background there, Colin. He can't help himself.
He needs to be in the spotlight.
Of course, yes. Well, you'll be in the spotlight, and you'll get to call another Martz match next week. I'm sure he'll be waiting to be on there. Players, if your warm-ups are done, we are ready to start. So the seed that has been issued will be CD. No jokes here. 84-34. So I know Colin is thinking about what he wants to say about CD. But you're going to CD 84-34.
Yes, we're going to see these blocks drop.
Colin, you're so cheeky. This is what people miss, man. They missed the cheekiness that you bring. Got a little fans in chat. We got Tacky here. Good to see you this evening, sir. SM83 Alex. That's the machine. It's Uncle Alex for Remy there. Poopy old hag hanging out. As mentioned, former champion Jordan watching along. And Martz. Orlando shaking those wrists, making sure they stay loose. Good luck, have funds have been exchanged. Orlando is ready to go, just waiting on a ready from Remy. Monsieur Remy, man. It's time. As Martz watches along, ready for his smoke break. And we got readies from both of them, Colin. Hopefully the screen share is working for you because you can count them down and get this one started. Let's go.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, it feels good to say that again.
Welcome back, my friend. Double T start for both. That means the match is underway with the correct seed. We are ready for block stacking here. And 12 push-down points from Orlando. Fist pump from Orlando. You know, if you're an old schooler, you know about that. That's in honor of our good friend Johan, a retired Tetris player from Brazil who made the 2020 CTWC World Championship when we were online. Number 63 seed overall. And he reached it with no max out there, Colin. He did not have a max out ever going in, and he got one shortly after CTWC. I don't think he ended up getting one before the tournament.
Oh, that's a great feeling, getting that right after coming off a really good performance, and then getting that max out. I wouldn't know. Certainly don't have one. So you allegedly do. So
yes. I mean, if you ask Jedi Evan, he'll tell you he believes it.
It's community acknowledged. Hey, even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
Yeah, man. Right now, Remy would like to find some solves for this board. He's going to have good dash control to get that right side open. No worries from the champion. He'll get a Tetris, go to 88,000. Orlando will get one, too, to go to 101. He'll take the early lead here, Colin.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we would expect to see. I mean, both players playing pretty efficient Tetris. 100,000 at 30 lines is definitely where you want to be on that max out pace, if you will.
Certainly would love to see some max out. But we got two DAS players here, so we know DAS, the volatility it can bring. Yet, Colin, one of the joyful things I love when I watch a Remy match is just the way he plays DAS. His DAS control, certainly he never learned it from his father. You can definitely believe that. But like just the way he has taken to this game, and he had taken a hiatus for 2 years. He stayed away from it. He was playing like Fortnite, Rocket League, a number of other games, Minecraft maybe. He was playing a bunch of different things, and then kind of got back into the spirit of it just in time for the Montreal regional, and he's picked it up ever since. He's been continuing to play. He's been involved in doing a number of things, especially in friendlies, and again, winning the Upstarts Championship over Jordan this year has really fueled him to keep playing, and it's so nice. But Why can't Martz play like this? I don't understand.
You know, you would think, you know, if you got talent in the household that knows how to control DAS and, you know, holds down the button and does the wall charges like you're supposed to, you know, how doesn't he just say, hey, Remy, you know, can you give me a tip here? You know, what am I doing wrong?
Oh, Mr. Remy, come on, man. You're my son. You're supposed to show me how it's done, but you only show me warm-up time, and that's not right, man. I need to know when warm-up is done and when I can start playing good, man.
Well, right now, you know, we're already at the halfway point of 18, and Morlando is really starting to pile on this lead here.
Yeah, I kind of get a sense that Remy not feeling too comfortable with some of the placements he's making. The board certainly not in the best shape. You can see like he's got to set up a delayed burn in the middle there, so not exactly where he wants to be. But the thing is that Remy's 19 play is so good, and his quick taps. I've been noticing he's been doing a lot of quick taps lately. They are tremendous to watch. Hopefully we'll get to see a little bit of that in this one, Colin.
Yeah, it's certainly, you know, being a DAS player and having that limited mobility, just how important getting quick taps, the last push of the piece, you know, to get that piece where it needs to go all the way to the left-hand side is no easy feat. I mean, as a DAS player myself, you know, I've nailed exactly one in my career, so...
Yeah, that kind of makes two of us there. I think I've nailed one ever, and then any other time, it's just me hyper tapping the button like 18,000 times. Like, come back, get over now! But these two players certainly know how to play DAS, and they play it very well. 366 for Morlando, 329 for Remy.
You kind of see the piece sequence that both players had to deal with just there wasn't exactly the best. It was a slight misdrop for Morlando. Does get that cleaned up very quickly. And Morlando, you saw warming up on B-type. I would imagine that had a lot to do with how he was able to solve that really quick.
Yeah, indeed. Shaking the head just like his dad does, is Remy. But he will look to try to... You know, oh, the square blurts right there. I think very nicely done by Remy. You know, Colin... Some novices in this game probably would have panicked right there. And we'll see if Remy can get that. Yes, gets that long bar all the way over. My word.
Yeah, kind of willed that one over there. You know, didn't need a quick tap, but you know, maybe thought about it for a minute.
Yeah. No, he had that. The thing is, as I was alluding to, you kind of saw where novices would have ended up continuing to try to stack those squares on top, and that would have been deadly because it would have been extremely difficult to try to get something over. He ended up dropping the square into a spot that, even though it created a hole, it allowed him to regain the dash charge that he had, and that long bar was able to go over. And you can see he's transitioned now at 392. Morlando 2 lines away at 449. Here we go, Colin. We're at level 19. Take it away, buddy.
Yeah, these speeds definitely increasing. This is where a game turns from good to great, and Morlando with a pretty sizable lead here. You know, talking a Tetris, but also about 6 lines back. So Morlando in the driver's seat, but Remy taking a double there and then a triple. Morlando able to take a Tetris, going to pad that lead. 481 plays 431 now. And Remy continuing to have to burn doubles. That is eating away at such efficiency. Morlando with another Tetris up to the 500,000 point mark here, King. Holy whoa.
Yeah, Morlando looking to try to make Remy pay for having to take that double and the triple, as you mentioned, with the bars. I think he had maybe a little slip up there that ended up causing it. But look at his dash control from Remy. He'll get the Tetris to go to 491. Stay within reason there. Morlando could not use that bar as Remy did. He ended up taking the burns there because this board parity for Morlando needs some work here, but good lumbar flat to kind of start fixing this up.
Flat.
Yep. You know, I like it. Remy, oh, look at that. Here we go. We might be seeing some quick taps going on from the youngster Tetris over on the right there, Colin. Remy starting to go on the attack. He's about a Tetris away.
Yeah, it's definitely cutting that lead. As a matter of fact, going to get caught right back up. It is a little bit behind, but another Tetris goes to 582, 557 for Morlando. Add a Tetris, go to 586. This is exactly what we're looking to see here in these 19 speeds in this Upstarts Championship. You know, these players both very, very good at what they do, and they are very equally matched. Tetris here, burn from Morlando, but Remy now going to get another quick bar and another quick Tetris, but Morlando, unfortunately, not going to be able to use that to score, so this is Remy's opportunity. Unfortunately, now getting some sour pieces here, so maybe both players having a little bit of slowdown due to a bad sequence. There's the Tetris from Orlando. Remy at 651, 629 from Orlando. Couple delayed burns, no big deal here. Remy can't use that bar for a score. Orlando can, 662 now, back into the lead. Oh, look at Remy here. That's a triple only, but does get that board back down. Beautiful pieces here to fill out the left, and now has a beautiful sloping stack. Bar in, bang Tetris, 696 plays 695 King. We are neck and neck.
Oh my word, they are just leaving off from the last match that they played. They played that triple threat. They had to go to overtime, Colin. They went to a game number 8 in order to resolve that. At game 7, excuse me. They went to game 7 in order to resolve the situation in a sudden death between the two. Orlando sells the board out, and he's dead at 7:30. Remy has already overtaken the score, and a Tetris to add some more. 773 for him. Colin, the champion, will strike first with this game number 1 victory. GG's.
Yeah, it's really tough break there from Orlando. That J piece, or the L piece, excuse me, on the left-hand side. Gosh, I retire for a little while, and then I forget my L's and J's. But yeah, just wasn't able to get that bar over, and needed, you know, a quick tap and more, and unfortunately just didn't get it. So I'm thinking Remy might finish this one out. We're close enough to 29. Oh, did not get the dash for that bar. Has it for there. Tetris into level 29. 853. Great final score there from Remy in this game 1.
And you know something, Colin? Remy just beat Martz's PB right there.
You can see he's saying it to his dad right there. You know, I beat your PB.
Oh, Daddy, I just beat your PB again. Can I get another bag of gummies? Oh, Remy, man, why you have to showboat in front of the world, man? That's not right. You made me look like a goof, but I love you because you're my son. Enough for another, Colin. That is a spitting image of Martz right there. It's crazy. It's freaking crazy.
All you need is the hat. You know, if we just had the little hat on, it would be exactly.
Oh my God, Remy never better. He better never put that on. That might curse him forever. Both of them are ready to go, Colin. Let's go ahead and give them game number 2 countdown.
Here we go. Game number 2 coming to you in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Amanda of Toadstool here on Twitch saying, it's the game. Blame the game, Orlando. Isn't that what we always do?
Yeah, blame RNG. You know, blame everything except you. That's really what we do here.
Blame RNG, blame the controller, blame the coach, blame the weather. Yeah, you know, you gotta blame anything except yourself.
Yeah, so, you know, just thinking back to that round 1, you know, both players getting into the deep post transition. Unfortunately, Orlando topping out level 26. You know, I'm hoping we see another game, excuse me, like we just had. But Orlando, oh no, this board is looking really awkward. Needs to get some favorable pieces, and you can kind of see he's not happy with the way these pieces are falling. Meanwhile, Remy, nice and clean, would love a J piece, gets an I instead. Is Tetris ready? Orlando almost out of this dig. Again, nothing too dangerous now, but this is going to slow him down even more. And being on the ropes, 1-0 to the champ is definitely, you need to get get something going here.
Yeah, he did get something going with that dirty Tetris, though. He's kind of showing you, Colin. He's like, there you go. That's how it's done. He was playing pretty aggressive. Now he's holding out for a bar. Maybe, yeah, he'll take the safety triple. You can't give away a game, especially after that first game, number 1, where we're already down 1-0. You cannot give the second one away that quickly. So, you know, as Kiwi, our favorite parrot, from our good friend Cox Danny J would say, take the triple.
Take the triple.
Oh, see, Colin's aware of that. All right. Ooh, that rotation, though.
Okay, so Orlando's got to be careful here. Good pieces would be helpful. Needs something for that left. An L piece would be great. And it's going to come, but nothing's burning. And Orlando! Oh, no!
Tough sequence. You can see Remy's also struggling with this one too. But at 169, hey now, Remy will be up 2-0 that quickly. The Upstarts champion hanging strong. And he's 1 win away from ending this night here, Colin, as the champ still.
Yeah, retaining the belt in one of these events certainly has to feel good. But you know what would feel better? Winning a belt. So Morlando back 2-0. It's going to try to kick this into high gear. He's got to do something here. Champion's got him almost down for the count.
Indeed. And, in celebration of this early tap out, unfortunately for you, Morlando, you know what's coming. Colin, we're going to have to send you the whole entire sound effects store's inventory list so you can make sure you have that updated, especially this one that we're about to play on air.
Oh no, I'm going to let it go, man. It's going to come out. Oh no, Kingsman.
Come on, man!
Oh yeah, we gave you a little bit of burb in there as well too. Good stuff. Unfortunately for Morlando, it was not good stuff. It was bad. So our Yukon Husky now on the ropes. He's ready to go for game number 3. Wants to put that game 2 on the back burner. Never see it again. But unfortunately, he'll end up seeing it again through VOD history because it's on YouTube forever now. All right, Colin. It's game number 3. This is crucial for Morlando to stay alive. Can he do it? You'll count it down to find out.
Yeah, let's find out. Game number 3 starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
S and the J, the starting pieces for both players, both also decide to go with a different decision on the stacking. Remy opted to go with a long bar dependency at the center, which was interesting. Morlando, I think, had the better start. You can see he got the Tetris out of that.
Yeah, and coming out of the gate swinging down 2-0, applying that pressure early on is what it's going to take. Morlando cannot afford to take his foot off the gas. Knows that this is his last chance, before he's going home without the belt.
Bart's in the background, looking along, rooting on his son, of course, to remain the champion. You think the script here, Colin, since people say Friendlies is scripted, you think the script says that Remy wins here and then his dad challenges him for the title?
I wouldn't put it past the scriptwriters. Certainly they've been known to throw some curveballs. Sometimes I don't even think they know what they want to write half the time. Oh wait, did I just leak it? Oh no.
Colin, man,
No,
you gotta keep those those meetings from the writers' room quiet. How dare you?
I know, I'm gonna get fired on my first day.
Oh, Jesus. Got a raid from MathWiz, party of 7. Thank you so much for bringing your crew on over here to watch our main event. It's the Upstarts Championship. It's Morlando. It's Remy. They're battling it out. Remy's the champion. Morlando the challenger. And he said that he just finished restreaming a championship match of his own. So how appropriate that he would come over here to the Clash of Champions.
Yeah, certainly keeping the theme of champions all night long here. And Remy looking to keep himself as the champion, but right now is a little in the corner here. Morlando has about a Tetris and a half lead. 193 plays 161, but that column 9 Tetris going to help even the score to go to 184. Morlando going to fire one back. And, really is separated by a Tetris, and that was that first Tetris we saw early on. As we mentioned, Morlando was able to score where Remy wasn't right out of the gate. And, so far, both players keeping up with each other.
Yeah, for those that missed out, these two ended up playing in the Twitch TV Championship title tournament that we had, which obviously we crowned a new champion this evening. Tony Dan 03, spoiler alert, is your 2-time Twitch TV champion now, defeating Toka 3-1 earlier this evening. But in order to get to that point, to that final match that we had, they did play a tournament that both Morlando and Remy were involved. They played in the opening round bracket. We had triple threat matches all around from the first round and the second round before we got to our final. And these two squared up. They had probably one of the best triple threat matches of all time. They were just neck and neck the whole way. And Ronkley was also involved in that. He was the third man. And he was playing very well too. But the two of them were just locked the whole entire way. They were outstanding. Again, I implore people to go check that out. That is on the video on demand. If you go to our YouTube or Twitch channels, if you go to the VOD section, you can find those and rewatch that. I mean, it was stellar. And again, the game number 1 kind of left off. It took took on where they left off, and game number 2 in a, what we would call not expected, I would say, from Orlando. But now we're back in action with his got a good lead here.
Yeah, a pretty decent lead, 322 playing 261, although the board a bit messy, getting up a bit high. Needs to be a little cautious here. You can kind of see him putting more weight over on that right side, so he's going to have a world of digging. Meanwhile, Remy, nice and clean. This is the opportunity to open the door and walk right through. 310 plays 328, and we are almost at the 100 line mark. So this first half of 18 flew by.
That's usually what happens when we start yapping about a number of different things. And ooh, I think Orlando was looking for a burn there, but it didn't manifest itself, and now this board is in trouble.
Okay, wait, he gets the right piece. Can they get that rotation? Nice little quick tap there. Is not out of danger yet, but is bringing this down, which is exactly what you need to do. However, 25 lines away from transition, needs to get this board into a better spot. And Remy, unfortunately, from Orlando, has taken the lead and is nice and clean. 378 plays 345. Bar for some relief from Orlando. Bar in for the Tetris for Remy. 402 now to 348.
Nice job, Orlando, to stay alive at the moment. Lombar's going to help burn the double away. As you mentioned, Colin, transition is looming. But right now from Orlando, it's about survival to even get there. He wanted a Lombard flat, but it was only 3 wide. Shaking his head with 5 lines left to go, but he is in a much better spot right now, Colin.
Yes, this is certainly a board you'd want to take into transition, and he will do so with this Tetris right there, wiping the sweat from his brow. 382 into the level 19 speeds. Remy will join him with the next Tetris here. Bar in, bangs it down, simul Tetris. 477 plays 407, so about a 3 Tetris lead here for Remy at the level 19 transition.
I think all things considered here, Colin, that if you're Orlando, you take that. After that whole entire dig situation, almost looking to top out, I think you take like 3 Tetrises back, because Remy could have honestly run away with it that whole entire time, but he too wasn't able to really capitalize that much.
Yeah, and right now a little bit of a drought was starting to form from Orlando. Unfortunately, plugged up the hole and sealed the well. Only triple ready. We'll get the triple there to 447. Remy is clean. But yeah, oh no, Remy getting it left side. Okay, gets that piece over, and then takes that triple to knock this back down. Remy going to be a-okay. Meanwhile, Orlando is falling back almost 100,000, maybe 110 now. So he's probably going to set up here. If I know Orlando's aggressive play style, going to knock it down in the center. Oh, but he takes the burn right as the bar was in the window. There's the Tetris. 485 plays 572.
Yeah, it looked like he opted for a little bit of safety there rather than making a hole to accommodate for that bar that was coming.
Now, if you're Orlando in this spot, I mean, this is still reachable in the early levels of 19 if Remy were to top out. But if Remy continues pouring this on, you may have to play a little bit more aggressive in your burning down the lines. Unfortunately, not an accommodating board here from Orlando. Needs a piece to the left. Oh, no! And at 499, Orlando is toast, and Remy, your champion, will retain the belt.
So GG's there. Unfortunate ending for Orlando. Just he could not get comfortable. As you mentioned, Colin, he was trying to do the Orlando thing and just kind of play Tetris bingo throughout to try to catch up, but Remy too strong. He will earn the 3rd win for the evening that is required of a best of 3. He will win 3-0. The Yukon Husky will lay dormant for now and recover. And hopefully we'll see him again to challenge one day. But Remy's your champion once again. Congratulations to the son of Marts, showing Daddy that he is the best in the house. GG's.
Yeah, bringing some glory to the Martz household. Absolutely. Congratulations, Remy. And Orlando, great job.
Without question. Gonna head on over to the winner scene as we always do and catch up with our winner. There he is. The Upstarts Championship is retained. Remy, still the champion. He's too strong, Colin. He's just too strong. The Upstarts, They're starting to shake up a little bit. We got a new crop of players that are starting to make their way. A few young rollers have made it into the upstarts now and looking to try to maybe take him down. So it'll be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of months. Who's going to step up? Who's going to see if they can challenge him? Or will it be his own dad and say, oh, you know, it's my turn. It's my turn. I have not had the chance to play you, Remy. I want to see if I can win that belt and maybe we can keep it in the family. Well, Martz, I guess, you know, only time will tell, but I also don't want you to get embarrassed and look like that person that's in the background right there, probably wiping the Martz crap off their foot because they probably stepped in it because you just made caca like usual. But your son didn't, and he's victorious. Congratulations, Remy, on a victory. GG's. Colin, there it is, man. That is a wrap for the Clash of Champions. We see a new couple of champions earlier this evening. As I mentioned, Doozy K wins the Phenoms Championship over Shadow Knight. We got a new Twitch TV champion, Tony Dan 03, his second go-around with the belt. And then the last two, the champions retained. Too Strong, Sam Vaughn, SV, and Remy. They retain. So 2 for 2, 2 out of 2, 2 for 4, whatever. 50%, Colin. That's not bad overall.
No, batting 500, absolutely. But hey, you know, Kingsman, this was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on for the main event. It's a pleasure to call it. I am looking so forward to next Friday. Be here, everybody, for Friday Night Fights, hosted by your favorite barbershopper turned Tetris commentator. I will be here, and I am stoked. I can't wait.
Listen, everybody can't wait either, man. They've been waiting for this. They want you back, and we're so glad, man. I'm glad you made it out to CTWC. You know, not for nothing. We didn't. I know I've told you, but you know, I want to make it formally known that you did a great job. You came in, and technically you were going to be a spectator. You came up and you said, "King, is there anything you want me to do?" And I put you to work. I put you to work right away, man. You ended up doing so much, and you know, I hope that everyone knows that you were an unsung hero there. Because it does take a village to run those things, man, and chaos ensues, and you saved the day. We were running short, and you just said, tell me what you want. I'll do whatever you want me to do. And you were a hero that day, so I want to thank you for the world to know that, okay?
Yeah, I appreciate that. And, you know, for anybody that's watching that is a spectator at those events, you know, if you can get involved, you know, I encourage you to volunteer. I got to be on the stage and watch players play in the World Championship as a judge. And, you know, it was probably the best feeling I ever had. I was like, oh my gosh, I have the best seat in the house. I'm watching directly behind them. I'm a part of the show, and it's probably the only time I'll ever be on the gold stage anyway. But you know, it was so exhilarating, and you know, so cool to just see everybody there and volunteer. So if you're at those events and you got some idle hands and you want to help out, I encourage you to volunteer, because you did say it does take a village to run those events. And hosting my own live events, I know how difficult it can be, you know, trying to get it running on time, all the tech issues, judging, commentary, making sure that people show up for their matches. It's a whole ordeal, and you know, huge shout out to the CTWC team as a whole for, you know, running that whole show is so great, and I was just glad I got to be a small part of it.
You were actually a big part of it, trust me, because you did save the day, believe me. So yeah, let's go on over to this slide real quick, Colin, so we can promote you one more time. You will be here next Friday, September the 5th. Colin will be hosting the Friday Night Fights. The King gonna take the week off, and usually we're dark, we're not doing anything. Colin's coming, he's gonna host. You'll get your 6 matches or more going on. You'll get that 6 p.m. Eastern, 2200 UTC is when we're going. Colin will get the fun happening, man. Bring that basement battle vibe to the Friendlies universe. And we're going to look to get a banger couple of matches going for him on his debut. I can't wait for it. And Colin, one last thing. Why don't you plug? You were mentioning about live events. I think you have one more live event going on. Is that correct?
Yes, I do. We are hosting Classic Tetris Wars live at the IX Center in Cleveland, Ohio, September 19th, 20th, and 21st. The main event, the Battle Royal tournament, is on the 20th, so tune in twitch.tv/Tetris Wars. If you'd like to catch that action, we'll be live the entire weekend, so you can catch the Friday actions, the Sunday hangout, and then of course the main event on Saturday. So if you're in the area and you want to check out the Cleveland Gaming Classic, it's huge. Tickets at GameCleveland.com. And yeah, I'll be excited to see it. We'll have Cole Bucket returning to defend his championship against Doodle, who won our first event, and we have players like Opox who've come out, and Huff has come out. So we've got some big names starting to come to this event. So if you're in the area, check it out, and if you're online, check it out. It doesn't cost you anything to watch it online, so I encourage you to do it.
Absolutely. So there you go. You heard it from Colin. Doesn't cost you a damn thing online, folks. So all you got to do is just show up. If you're in the Cleveland area, head on out. Wars, they do a good job, man. Again, it's always tough to round up 8 people online, but at least at a live event, you can make it work. And again, that probably sounds complicated to do it there too. But you guys do a good job.
Yeah, 8 captures is not fun, but we make it work, and every year we get a little bit better, so that's what we aim for.
Yeah, no, and you get a good crowd that shows up for that too. So kudos to you and GD and the team for doing a Wars live event once a year. It's awesome. All right, so there you go, folks. That's Colin. He's coming in next Friday. He'll host the Friday Night Fights. We'll get some bangers for him. And also, reminder, not this weekend, but the following weekend, September 7th. We moved it because we do have cheap plug. We'll give Wars one more plug. Battle Royale number 6 comes to its conclusion on Sunday. So that should be a huge banger. So King decided, with a lot of stuff going on Sunday between that and CTL Championship, we're going to move Unfriendlies from this Sunday to next Sunday. So September 7th, right around towards the end of the KC Retro event. They'll probably be like somewhere in the semifinals or whatnot. We'll be starting Unfriendlies. And this will be the Jonas Cup fundraiser for our friend Martz. He gave us 300 bits just a little while ago. So thank you so much, Martz, for contributing here. But we got to give it back. We're going to give those 300 bits back and then some, because we want to get him and Remy and Judy and Lucy and Alex out to the Jonas Cup that is coming up this October 17th through the 19th in Portland, Oregon at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. So we definitely want to try to get him out there. He has contributed so much to this community. He's done so much. He's held his own live event too, which holds technically the largest prize pool for a non-major regional. $5,000 last year in Montreal was insanity to get to. He did it with K9 watching Tetris. They were amazing. So it's time to give back to him. Let's get him out to Jonas Cup. We'll have details on how you could do that. It'll be over on my channel, twitch.tv/Kingsman36, because Unfriendlies, Colin, maybe you do or you don't know, but it can get a little salty over there, especially when Martz and Jeff start drinking, and I'm going to be there this time. So it's going to be really bad. Tony Hinchcliffe ain't got nothing on me, baby. Oh, my God.
Oh, the glove's going to come off for Unfriendlies. I can't wait. I watched one Unfriendlies episode, and I believe that Grand Designs was commentating, and Poopy Old Hag was playing. So could imagine how that commentary went.
Oh, yeah. Well, if Poopy ends up making it onto this episode, well, then she's in for a major problem, because I'm going to rip her to shreds. Oh, my God. So that's happening on September the 7th, folks, so make sure you check that out. Again, Colin, thank you so much for joining here on the end, and hey, everybody's looking forward to next week. I'm sure you're going to get a nice crowd, and that'll be happening here on the Classic Tetris channel. We have upgraded Colin. He will be on this channel hosting Friday Night Fights, so we will continue. It will be canon going forward. So, Colin, can't wait, buddy. I will see you next week here.
All right, excited for it. Thank you, Kingsman.
All right, everyone, we are done. We're off, and we're going to head on over to our new favorite channel, which is the Classic Tetris 24/7 channel. So we're going to head on over there. They're currently playing CTWC Philadelphia from 2025. So you want to see Swavar, Chris Brady, legends like that, along with the new heroes of the day, Cole Bucket, Meme, Wallband. They're all there. You can watch it all over again and enjoy. I'm going to send you there. Have a good night. And Colin, we'll see you next Friday.